All right. Well, everybody, welcome to the Dice for Good Bad Storytellers. I am your DM, Jacob. We are back after Christmas break on a frosty January 2nd, right after break. I am joined here by Matt playing Kyle, Maddie playing Kubo, and Josh playing Leopold. We are jumping back into the world of Remalin, and to kind of remind people where we came from. Kyle and Leopold had just left a meeting with a private eye, and when they had found the car that they were supposed to meet up with, they had found a kid that had left a note for them saying that the convoy to the asylum had been attacked, while Kubo was off doing some family business. How would you guys like to proceed from here? Would you guys like to roll a dice to see where we start from? Which scene do you guys want us to start here?
I mean, we had the whole last session. I say it's fair to go to Kuba first.
Yeah, agreed.
All right.
He's thankful.
So we go back in time a little bit here, and we go out to the countryside of Sheen City, maybe about a 2.5-hour drive. And there is a sweet little farmhouse on approximately 4.5 acres of beautiful farmland out here in the vast countryside. One other thing I want to say before we start. What are people's time expectations here? I was planning on about 3 hours. Is people more around 2? Where's people at?
That's fine.
Okay.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's perfect.
So you get to this place. There's one old ramshackle car that seems to belong to whoever lives there, and then there's the sleek black, borderline brand new vehicle that Kubo and Ariana have taken to this home. And this is the home of Callie and Dorothy, also Kadros, but only by marriage. Callie was the Farrell, the deceased brother's wife, prior to him dying. Kubo, you are standing outside of the building. Ariana has come up. She's got like a nice long cigarette, as she normally does when she travels. She is standing with you, just kind of looking at you expectantly to go up to the door.
Yeah, Kubo absolutely, like, palms are sweaty. He's just kind of like, Mother, I should just, you're sure I just knock, I knock? Should I ring the doorbell?
Is this your first time coming out to see them?
Yes, I didn't even know. I mean, and then he's just gonna knock on the door. She's like,
okay, he walks up, knocks on the door. She nods. She's like, "Good." You knock on the door. The door opens, and there is a tiefling with purplish skin and very robust horns that kind of form like a diamond above her head. She's very sweet. Kind of looks like a retired person in the sense of like she would have been a dancer at a casino, and now she wears like very comfy, bulky sweaters and is very like not about showing off her form and is just very comfortable. She opens the door and sees you, and looks to Ariana and goes, "Is it Grudge now? Do you prefer that? I've heard that you got that name."
Kubo's just staring, like, kind of wide-eyed. I'm assuming the last time he saw her was at, like, the funeral, so, not a great time. And yeah, he's just probably gonna, like, Kubo's fine.
Well, come in. Don't. It's a beautiful day out, but I'm sure you've been traveling a lot. Come on. She kind of welcomes you in. It's a very, very decent, calm, not a lot of expensive stuff, sort of a home. That's the best way to describe it. It's just she lives out here. There's not, her closest neighbors are half a mile away at best. And this place just kind of seems frozen in time. Like it's just kind of like the particles of dust are floating in the air gently. As you come in, she just goes, "Man, I think the last time I saw you, you may not have even had your tattoos yet. My, how things change, right?"
Yeah. He's like, yeah. Can I hug you?
She looks to like Ariana's like, yeah, of course, of course.
And he's just gonna bear hug her real quick, and I don't know if she's taken aback by that or not, but then
he lets it happen, and after like the first like 2 or 3 seconds, she like kind of pats you on the back, like that's good, that's enough,
okay.
you're good.
I need to move back. But then he's like, I'm just yeah, I'm just glad that you're okay, and I'm assuming Dorothy's fine. I mean,
as you say that, you hear a small voice from like the top of like a stairwell nearby. Go, who's that, Mom? And when you look up, it is Dorothy. She has the head of a doll in one hand and the body of a doll in another. And she's just like looking down at you and Ariana very judgmentally. Last time we saw her, she may have been like 3, like borderline not able to walk. But she has stark white blonde hair, and she also is. She kind of looks a little sickly at first glance, but as you look at her further, it's made clear that she just has very strange pigmentation to her skin, as she is, daughter to an Aasimar and a Tiefling. And so like she has kind of like purplish internal pigmentation on her like lips and eyes and like palms of her hands and everything, but she has very stark, almost white, Aasimar golden eyes going on, and so she's very visually like popping. Like you look at her way, and your eye just catches to her because she's so many colors at once. She's kind of gaudy almost. But yeah, she has a very flat look on her face, very unhappy to see you, very unhappy to see anyone besides her mother. And she says, "Who is this?"
and if Callie doesn't step in, Kubo's gonna real quick like look at Ariana, and I don't know if she shrugs or like.
Yeah, Ariana will just be like, she'll finally break the silence and be like, "It's your grandmother and your uncle. We're so happy to see you. We're giving you some time with your father today."
Kubo's face at hearing like that, connect the dots to trail. Yeah, just kind of like, yeah, yeah. Awesome. He's trying so, I don't know. He doesn't, he's so tough. I feel like he has a hard time expressing emotions. But it's like, yeah, Dorothy, I remember you when you were small.
Again, strong silence for a good chunk of time. Callie finally kicks in and goes, "Dorothy, why don't you entertain our guest? I need to take Ariana to the other room for a bit and to kind of set up the ritual stuff, right?" Ariana goes, "Yes, of course. Entertain her, Dorothy. Entertain her. Kubo, she has some playthings upstairs if you'd like to go."
Do children, like, how do I deal with a child? What do I do?
I mean, they're just like small people. They're just smaller people. You just talk to them and you'll be fine. Ariana just kind of says, placating you. After they leave, you turn to the stairwell that she was standing in. She is fully gone. And yeah, they go off to do that. You might have like maybe 10-15 minutes here tops, and I mean in game time it'll probably be like 5 tops here.
Yeah.
In game to kind of do whatever you want here.
Kubo was aware that he was going to go meet Callie, and Dorothy didn't know about apparently calling his brother that he thought he helped get killed. So, interesting. He's probably to like real quick straighten out his tie, just kind of like, okay, a child is just a tiny person. Child is just a tiny person. He just has like his mantra as he just starts to slowly like ascend the stairs. Low key, he's like, "Do I channel divinity? No, don't do that." Like he doesn't know what he's getting into.
This is just fully for fun, so we're just gonna roll with it as we go. You go up the stairs, you get to like the top of the stairwell, you look kind of across the landing. She is sitting in a chair facing away from you, and there's a small tea set in front of her, and then there's a chair where if you sat you could see it from her, but you'd be facing the doorway between her and the door. And so she has fully laid like a trap here for you in the social sense.
I see. That's very wise. Kubo actually, And he's gonna like knock on the wall nearest him and be like, Dorothy, may I sit
Yes, you
with
may
you?
take a seat.
And he just okay. And he's like very carefully like making sure if there's any toys out, will not step on any of them. And he's gonna take a sit, and I'm assuming that he's like very big for this child's chair. So he just kind of like thuds into it, kind of like awkwardly shifts around, strains his tie again, and just kind of swallows thickly. He just tries to.
She puts out like little tiny teacups, way smaller to be any use to anybody. Pours herself a cup of some strange liquid, pours something for you. I mean, for kids, period, you don't want to drink anything that's been in their teacups, but this seems just kind of like vague, like neutral water that probably has been out of the spigot for a long time. Uh, and she kind of like gestures at it playfully, like just kind of like is just kind of in the moment because it's so nice to have company, especially company that knew father. I never knew him, so.
Yeah. Kubo probably looks again a little nervous, very much. I'm sure that she can see like on it. He's like, and he's gonna like take a sip of this like delicious, so good. I'm assuming it's like paint water, like used paint water kind of a thing.
Roll
like,
me an insight check on this.
Oh no. Okay, yeah, here we go. I got a 7.
You don't do any insight on this prior to what's happening. As you look down from your cup, she is doing the terrifying like up at you, like from the top of her eyes, enjoying the angle, and it has a very grim smile on her face.
Okay, yeah, holding the cup still, Kubo's gonna be like, well, you certainly look like your father.
Great. You're a paladin, so it would take something with some real juice to damage you at all. But you feel some like divine protections come over you as like it's clear that she did make some effort to poison you in some way, but it's completely neutralized by just kind of your natural connection to an angel. And she just kind of looks at you patiently.
The poison's not gonna work.
She just goes, whatever do you mean? Mom, she just yells out.
No, wait, well, it's fine. It's a good attempt. Your dad, once tried to poison me too, with some blood water from my dad's. He has a blood pond. I mean, he has a pond. Kubo just gets quiet again because he's trying to talk to the kid. It's.
Well, and it's funny because she speaks with a lot of vocabulary, but there are several times you'll say something and it's clear she does not understand just because she's like a kid. And so she's kind of hard to talk to. But she seems to have kind of enjoyed this interaction and kind of nods and kind of like embarrassedly takes a sip of her own and then like coughs in her hand clearly because it's like strong, like whatever she's done to it. Like it's not actually poison, but it's clearly not. So she's trying to like equal out the social, like she's just trying to participate kind of thing.
Kubo is gonna just keep over. I don't even know what this is at this point, but he has this ring on his finger that was Farrell's. And he's gonna like take it off and be like, this was your dad gave it to me.
She immediately reaches out to it. If you don't like keep it away from her, she'll just grab it.
Okay. I would. Okay. Yeah. Do you like it? Is it?
Dad's?
Yes.
She like puts it over her thumb, because it's so big for her. It's still like loosely on her thumb, and she goes, "Let's go talk to him." And lifts her hand up to you to kind of like hold her hand.
Okay. Takes her hand.
It's easily very low for you, but what?
Oh, and I was gonna say, like, yeah, just follows her, I guess.
Okay, you guys go down. They set up the ceremony. It is extremely demonic. There are runes on the ground, lots of different like angles. They murder a chicken. Like there's chicken blood involved in it. There are candles. It is fully a demonic ritual. And right as you start to come down, Ariana is like, "Oh, wonderful timing! The chicken just stopped, panicking." Welcome.
Panicking. Wink.
The kid just kind of looks with a furrowed brow. Very hard to get a beat on what this kid is thinking. As you guys are there, a swirling portal appears, and it's not like a walk-through portal. It is very much a. I'm very excited to watch that in a second. It's very much like a wafting red and black, just kind of peer through. And after just like a quick section, there's kind of like an awkward like, can you hear me? And then finally it becomes clear, and you see your brother clearly, but endowed with all of the powers of hell that he has accomplished in his stay there. And so like his tattoos look like they have burning fiery ember in them. He is just resplendent with hellish energy. As he kind of appears, it looks like they don't really have a way to coordinate times, and so you hear him just like like hitting something in the background, and then like Callie runs over and like guards Dorothy's eyes.
Kubo tries to guard her. Before she gets there, he just immediately like
you hear him go like, real bad time. I can't figure this out. He goes, you hold him off over there. You see him like grab the edges of this portal and turn it into an area of hell that is less terrifying. And then he's just standing in front of you with like, fiery horns. He's been endowed with horns and like intense energy. He goes, oh, hey, Kubo's here this time. Hey, a grudge, right? Grudge. Ooh, it's good. Good name.
Kubo's just staring. Open mouth, just like.
Well, I know this thing doesn't last forever, so Callie, love you. Been a long time. You look great. You look Dorothy, hey there, sweetheart. Daddy's just fighting a lot of stuff down here right now, and doing the good work, bad work. He kind of looks to Callie like bad, and she's like, whatever. The good work. And there's just this very awkward moment, and you probably have like a couple moments to say or communicate with him in any way, and then it'll probably just be Callie and Dorothy in this conversation with him for a time.
I am glad. I recently found out that your death wasn't exactly an accident, and I'm just really glad that I didn't cause you to die, and hopefully we can work together in the future. I miss you and I love you.
He looks a little like shocked and terrified from it, and looks to Ariana, and Ariana kind of does like this. He goes, hey, well, it wasn't your fault, Kubo. It wasn't your fault. You weren't the reason I died, but my dying wasn't planned. It wasn't like I could have lived through that because we didn't plan on me. Look, it's something that Ariana can explain later on, but it was not your fault. It totally wasn't. The police set up a sting and everything. Like, holy cow, they didn't even blaming yourself.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. It's good. This has been. You look resplendent with your fiery hell. It is. I love it. I'm here for it.
Yeah, it's fine. Hey.
Your horns sharper?
What? What'd you say?
Your horns sharper?
Oh yeah. They grow. I mean, it's just kind of. Honestly, a lot of hell is like style and flair, and so just you'll. I mean, I'll let Ariana talk to you about all that because I feel like I'm already stepping over boundaries here. So.
I suppose it makes sense that hell would be similar to high school.
And I don't want to take time away from your family, your child. Dorothy's so amazing, unique, so unique. She's wonderful.
As you're like saying this, like some sort of hell like dog attacks him. He like grabs it around the throat, pins it to the back, like pounds its head into his mash in like 3 punches.
Kubo's just again like,
And he just,
good.
like, goes to the ground. He's like, no, it's great to talk to you. I'm gonna grab some time with Dorothy and Callie here, if that's cool with you. Ariana kind of grabs your arm and starts leading you out the door. Anything you want to say at the last second here?
Don't die again.
Not how it works. Don't stress it. Don't stress it. You leave. You just kind of hear them talking like sweetly in the side room. Ariana and you go stand out on the front porch. And she's finished a cigarette and has started another cigarette. Callie wasn't letting her smoke in the house.
Child, I get it.
But yeah, she's smoking out there. And she's talking, she's just kind of standing with you looking out over the sun. And your mother is normally extremely quiet, and now is no exception. But you can tell there's kind of like, she's looking for a way to start this conversation.
Kubo is going to just kind of say, Mom, do you mind if I take, can I take?
Oh, yeah, of course. He gives it to you, gives you a couple puffs. Kubo's not.
He's not super used to it, but
yeah. You guys kind of have this moment of camaraderie. It looks like the communication is still going on. Finally, your mother breaks the silence and goes, sweetheart, your father does not want me to tell you this, but I'm going to tell you regardless. Do you understand?
Yes. I would appreciate something.
Your father does not wish to tell you because he wants to admire and he wants to honor your mortal experience, meaning while you're alive here, what you're doing on the mortal plane, but you are mortal, just like I am, and you will die eventually. Your father is very invested in your soul finding its home in heaven. He would never tell you that. He would never explicitly ask you to live a life as such that would lead you to heaven, because he wants to honor your autonomy as a mortal and your choices as a mortal person here on this plane. But if you were to go to heaven, your opportunities to service this family, as well as to serve your father personally, potentially, would be much greater than if you were to follow your brother.
So that was meant, in a sense, to happen with Pharaoh. Like,
meant is too strong. I see what you're saying, though. He would never want any of you to die before your time. Pharaoh was a monster when he was alive. He killed countless people, committed complete moral atrocities. But you saved that orphan without any provocation whatsoever. You have already shown a more natural tendency toward the divine. So when you are to die, if you are to die in this life, which you most likely will, it may behoove you to shoot toward heaven. That is all I'll say there.
How the fuck is that gonna work? I've killed like 5 people this week.
Well, yes, but were they evil people? I mean, think really deeply on that.
I suppose I've been trying to protect others. I don't like just do it to do it. I'm not Pharaoh. Okay, well.
You see what I'm getting at. It's not an easy track. You probably aren't like heaven bound right now, or maybe after like a long stint in purgatory. But you're better than your brothers.
What about Daisa? Is she gonna be okay?
I don't know.
Oh my god! And he's just gonna like take just like a quick like like
the cigarette again to gotta let you unwind.
But this is great. Can I just be Kubo for now? Like, I still want a part. I want to help the family out. But if I'm gonna go to heaven, I don't think grudge works with that anymore. If I do go, is that cool? Is that fine? I don't want to be grudge. I want to be Kubo.
That's fine. You know, they're gifts. You can do with the names what you wish. Really, don't don't stress that. Finally, as this is happening, you see one of your butlers get out of the car that has been like waiting out the car, and she like waves Ariana over. And Ariana kind of walks down. He walks up with you. Are you kind of like in this conversation?
I mean, if she made me go with her, he's listening.
Guys, like, hey, we got a bad announcement on the horn. So the guys who were taking Sebastian over to the asylum, they did all the anti-divination stuff. They did everything they were supposed to. They still found him. They're in like a high-speed chase right now along some country roads, maybe 30 miles north of here. Ariana, sorry, what?
Go.
Ariana's like, Kubo, you go with him, drive him to the altercation, and you guys can start attacking that. I will tend to the end of the ceremony.
Okay, can you, Mom, just make sure I gave Dorothy like a ring from Farrell I had. Can you just make sure that she gets to keep it? I don't care if Callie uses it. It just felt right. It just makes me feel better.
Of course, my sweet boy Kubo. My sweet boy Kubo.
Love it.
She kind of gives you like one of those mom hugs that's kind of like just sweet. You're so much taller than her.
He like gives her the hug back. Low key in his mind, he's like, I'm so glad that this isn't Kyle this time. But yeah.
What?
Because it's his mom, but never mind. I didn't mean that in a mean way to Kyle. It's just like,
Oh, I know.
I
Trust me, he's gonna enjoy just making this worse.
Oh my gosh. I love the idea. You pick at her cheeks like these aren't latex. I just like.
Yeah, I was to say I feel like there's been at least one moment where you pretended to be Ariana or something, and so Kubo was like trying to give you a hug. I don't know. Doesn't matter. But he's like, okay. But yeah, all right. And then when it's chill, Kubo's gonna get in the car. He's gonna be like, yeah, take me there. And he's just gonna take his swords out, and it's like, what's the best way to deal with emotional family drama? Kill some people, I guess. Or maim them. Maybe that's better for heaven. I don't know.
Wonderful. The car peels out of this dusty country road. It is a gorgeous day out. I think I'd set this up that it was like in springtime. Is that right? Am I wrong there?
I'm fine with whatever.
I guess for some reason I pictured early fall, but that's because that's when we started, so I got nothing.
That's fair. I need to do like a full watch through of all of the sessions and like make a master sheet of notes so that I can like remember stuff. But
I need to go back and do that too. Because of the fact that the videos exist, I was lazier with taking my notes than I normally would be, and I think that's kind of bit me in the ass.
Yeah, it's easy for it to get overwhelming for sure.
I have a tiny Kubo here with me today.
Good boy.
So, you guys, you peel off Chibi mall there.
Ball.
It's called a Tsum Tsum? Sorry, this isn't very Remalin.
Speaking of which, I do have a Remalin music track I've been slowly building over here. But regardless, you guys, Kyle and Leo, you guys have been standing kind of on the sidewalk thinking about like what your next move is going to be here. I'm
completely drunk.
Yeah, you guys are a little bit day drunk because Leo isn't like super good at drinking.
I mean, I totally missed the opportunity to pull a full-on "dude, where's my car" moment last time. I was thinking about that like an hour later, and I'm like,
hey, it's the same day. It's the same day. It still counts.
Well, we already found where the car was with the guy.
When you're day drunk, maybe you didn't. I don't know.
Yeah, see, I forgot.
So yeah,
back inside.
Apparently we're drinking absinthe. Let's go ahead and retcon that. I'd probably try and go back to the manor and get some kind of more information about what's going on or transportation out to go deal with it, because I don't particularly want Sebastian escaping. So,
gotcha.
Again, my pitch at least.
Okay, so you guys start to travel back to the estate, not having wheels. You can feel your poker chip start to like light up / smoke, the one that you get for the circle. And so as you're walking, you can tell that either one, you're being tracked, or two, they're trying to find you or let you know that they need you. And as you like pull out the chip, you hear like screeching tires, and you see Savage's car like peel around a corner, like pull up to you guys on the sidewalk. He goes, "Come on, get in." He's messed up.
As I see him go, I hike up my pant leg as far as I can and just like thumb the direction that I was heading.
Yeah, you're beautiful.
Like my favorite thing to do. He's just such a perfect straight man to with it.
What?
Stumble in the car.
Savage like rolls down the window, looks at your leg, looks up at you, and then just kind of like nudges his head backwards.
Yeah. Good for Kyle. Good for my brother.
Right.
Leo, are you?
I'm dead.
We get in, I guess. But...
If you want to.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm already in. I fell in. I'm laid out in the back seat.
Yeah, you were complaining about walking already.
Mm-hmm.
He has a like crushed ice and lots of water bottles in the car. He tries to help you drink up lots because he can tell you're staggered a little bit.
I gladly accept.
Yeah, he starts to peel off, and he's like, "I assume you heard that something was wrong with the asylum, right?"
Yep.
You got a gun?
Never.
All right. He shifts gear, peels out again, cutting a lot of red lights. It's one of those things where like a cop will start to track him, like, whoa, you got to pull over. And then he will see kind of like what the license plate says and stuff. And then he'll just slowly peel off to the right. Like it's kind of one of those things like, I'm not equipped to handle that right now. And you guys have, I'm going to say that both of you, just for the sake of clarity, Kubo, you will definitely get there earlier. But because of the nature of this, it's going to be like kind of a high-speed chase. It's basically like you just get a couple rounds before they'll show up. Yeah.
Were there some sort of drugs in the car or an upper?
In your car?
Yeah, because I feel like Kubo would definitely, after that, like, he's just in a weird mind space. He's in a silly, goofy mood. So I feel like if there's, like, just a little bit, not a lot, but maybe he did a little bit of cocaine.
I totally see some, like, cocaine on, like, a giant claw, like a Coke claw, instead of a Coke nail.
Or just, like, straight off the fucking, like, the car's, like, dashboard. Like, the butler's just, like, I don't know, like, the butler's just, like, looking at him. He's like, "Don't tell my mom." And he just goes for it.
Yeah, that's cool.
I just thought it'd be funny.
Yeah, for sure.
I was in a world. Brief aside, I was in a World of Warcraft guild once called Carrie Fisher's Coke Nail.
Well, there you go. Look, it's all coming up Millhouse over
Full
here.
circle.
Yeah, I think that the driver like is taken aback for a second because he's never seen you do coke before, but this is like standard operating procedure for Savage for sure, and so he's just like puts a thumb up and drives on.
He's like
back in the car with Savage and Kyle. Yeah, Savage has like dumped out a portion of it on his wrist. Is like this as he's driving, also doing coke as he's going.
Wait, is that like an alchemic way of casting haste?
Honestly, that's kind of what I want to make it be.
Probably,
but,
yeah.
But
there's a reason for it in this world.
Actually, it even kind of works because it even has like a crash effect built into the haze.
Also,
full circle for some
I need to look up haze.
Potions of haste are now just cocaine.
Honestly, please, this is so much fun.
So when I DM'd in jail, that was one of the things that I did to just like ground it and make it a little more interesting with the like role playing aspects. Was I just made up a bunch of weird drugs that were analogs from like mythical creatures and stuff like that, and involved that heavily in the campaigns.
Well, it sounds like
Play to your audience.
is pretty cool. So if you decide to let it happen, I'm fine with that. If not, that's okay. It was funny.
We will say that this will go into effect. You will have the haste effect on you, but it is concentration. So it is as if you're casting the spell on yourself. You won't need to maintain concentration, but if you take damage, it may pop you out of it. So basically, like you can cast other concentration spells, but you have to roll a save when you take damage for it.
It's like ruining the high. Someone
It's also
come and
ironic.
ruin the high.
Yeah. Also, it's ironic because they literally just told Kubo that they want him to go to heaven, and he's like, "Give me a drug. I'm gonna go kill someone."
Give me a drug.
To make myself feel better.
So you start driving along, you get to this country road. It is very clear. So what you know, Kubo, that Kyle and them won't know until Savage explains it to them as they're driving, is that the asylum is basically on the far northern, far northern coast of, oh my gosh, Remalin itself. Iala is the nation, excuse me, like the continent. And so like it's like a 4 or 5 hour trip up north. And when you get to the car that's clearly been hijacked, it is that car as well as about 4 black cars following like closely behind it. And you see that they are taking a hard right turn and trying to go toward the coast. And this would basically bring them to Torellin if they were to get onto a ship and get off. And so it's like, as you see them traveling and you see them like make a hard turn, you're like, I know exactly what their plan is. They're trying to get to a ship.
Okay.
And you see that there's clearly like some dead butlers in the main body of the cabin of the car because they are driving the asylum car. And you can see Sebastian, this like haggard blonde dwarf, missing teeth, just like riding the car, like absolutely furious, missing an ear. And he is in charge of driving the main car that he was being held captive in.
Okay. So Kubo does not have a gun, I don't think. But oops. All right, I just got it. Can I try to cast maybe like
lights? Kyle.
Oh, what did I say?
No, you said you don't have a gun. I just said neither does Kyle.
Oh yeah. Don't worry. I remember the rules. So I'm wondering if Kubo can cast light like right in front of maybe Sebastian and freak him out enough to like maybe not wreck the car, but maybe wreck the car. You know what I mean?
Light is a cantrip, right?
I think so. Let me double check. It's one of my like paladin things. It is a cantrip, yeah.
Okay, I don't think that has range or will function like that. If you have like a dazzling lights or something.
I have daylight.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
Having the sun in their face.
Power of the sun in the palm of my hand.
Ooh.
Is that okay? It's one of my ASMR things. I'm just like, can I try it? Is that cool? If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But
so it doesn't technically have that effect, but I do like that. And it is a 3rd level spell, so you are using a big resource. I will let you do this, but what it will do is it will give him disadvantage on driving checks that unless something gets in the way of his driving, he won't have to make. Basically, it's like you're making it hard for him to see. You're attaching this really bright light, but he can still drive normally unless something like gets in his way.
Okay, I'm perfectly fine with that. I'm gonna use it. So yeah, Kubo doesn't have cool hellfire powers, but maybe he has some of his like patronage, like the dark tattoo, eye oozing blood thing, and just daylight happens. So
black blood starts to ooze down one side of your face as you cast this spell, and this sphere of light kind of like zips past several of the black cars and then kind of hooks onto the front of this black car. And this is all like everything that happens in this time, just imagine it is all like cars weaving in and out, like very intense. So like you do that on when you get in range for a second. And you start seeing like the back of these black cars open up as you see these dwarves in very tight, like black vests come out with a firearm. Some of them are holding like crossbows. Some are ready to cast spells. There's a large force here.
If I cast Sanctuary on my butler in the car, will that protect him from them?
They'll have to roll a wisdom save against that.
They will?
They will, yeah. Sanctuary. So as they attack, they'll have to roll a wisdom save or they fail to be able to attack.
Maybe, or, okay, I want to do that, or can Kubo jump to one of these cars?
I think either or. You cannot do both.
Yeah,
and then we're going to start rolling some initiatives here.
I would like to jump onto a car, if that's okay.
Okay. So roll initiative. We'll say this is the last action you get to do before we're in a formal initiative. I'm going to roll 2 for the people we're going against here.
I only got an 11, so living it up.
Gary's way.
Gary's way. Boop. I love SpongeBob.
And then Kyle and Leopold, if you guys can roll me initiatives as well.
Question: where are we to the distance to Kubo?
So basically, just to make things simple, like imagine it like this. She's like this. My face is a map of Remalin. They were driving north when the car was hijacked, and now they're going east toward the coast. You guys are coming up from the south of Sheen City, while Kubo is basically trailing from behind from the west.
So we have no clue.
So you guys are coming in hot, and what I'm going to basically tell you, just to kind of pull down the curtain, is after everyone gets a full round, you guys will enter into the initiative order, basically as you guys cut in front of them.
Okay, perfect.
And you can hear your butler Kubo going like, they're definitely going along the I-29 exchange. Divine's Light. We just passed Divine's Light. He's giving them like instructions on how to get there fast. And Savage is just like sitting at the radio. Yeah, I got it. Okay.
Cool. Love that. And then Kubo, he'll just give him a thumbs up and he'll just shout kind of like, I'll see you guys in a second. And then if I want to try to jump to the car, and I will roll for that. And then I got an 11 for my initiative. So.
Okay, awesome. So I got that here.
I got a 17. Leo still doesn't know how to properly have right after a year.
Woo! 7!
7, my lucky number.
Great. I'm so excited that we all get to do drugs with Savage. That's like my dream.
I'm sipping water.
It's just a healthy family dynamic.
I love it because it's like the reason why he wouldn't tell you to like we don't want you to go to heaven. That's your prerogative. Is because it might make you more likely to go to heaven. And literally the second Ariana tells you, you go straight for the coke. It's hysterical.
Kubo's life is interesting, he thinks.
Hey, I don't remember anything in the Bible specifically forbidding cocaine, so. There's like,
God, I guess.
Like old school Jews, there's like 600 rules in Leviticus. Not a single one mentions the Colombian Bam Bam.
I like the way you think. See, there you go.
Oh my god.
I love loopholes.
Yeah, me too, man.
So what did Leopold get here?
I got a 7.
7.
My good sir.
A 7 for Leopold. Okay.
Shed a tear, guys, for me.
It's funny because I got 11, so 7-11.
So Kubo, were you trying to just drive on, like jump onto the nearest car, basically?
Yeah, my hope, or Kubo's thinking, is that like he doesn't want the butler to die. So if this will cause like him to live and also maybe a bit of a distraction, he wants to jump onto the nearest car.
Okay, so I'm gonna need you to make an athletics check, and then we're gonna be in order here. And I'm actually gonna roll a drive check for the butler to get you close as well.
Wow, I got a 21.
Oh damn!
The butler got a 19. So you guys like well-oiled machine. He like you close, like tilts to the left just barely. You swing the door open, leap out, jump onto the side. like I mean, And then he doesn't even like slow down. He just like corrects and keeps going alongside the car so that you're like, he has visual on you. Door slams
Tom
closed.
slows down as you like look at each other and badassedly nod in the middle of what you're doing.
Yeah, absolutely. This is the power of the cocaine. Just kidding.
And I will honor that. You do have the haste effect on you if you've taken cocaine. But just be aware that it will be bad when it goes away.
So my AC is raised.
I was glancing at exactly how that technically works with some of all my class features combining. Under the effects of cocaine, I can run almost 120 miles an hour.
That's a ring. That's a rogue. That's a rogue.
So if you fall off, the good news is, Kyle, you can still keep up, is what I'm hearing.
No, honestly, I probably, like, once we get within tactical range, I'm faster than the cars.
I get additional action on each of my turns. This rocks.
You do.
Savage
Haste
gets
is extremely good.
Yeah.
The other thing that's funny is the physical component to it is licorice root, and so I love the idea that like cocaine is just like magically activated licorice root. It's like really bitter in your nose. You're just like, oh.
We just want to win, it doesn't matter how. It's just that we do. I'm just kidding, I guess. I don't know.
I'm just kidding for legal reasons.
Legal reasons. Heaven can't know about this. Just kidding.
So Sebastian gets to go first. He's going to try and make a drive check, not to like avoid anything, but to pull ahead. He's basically going to try and like get ahead of the pack and try and avoid interacting with you guys. He's going to make this with disadvantage, but there's nothing in his way, so it's a very low DC. Okay, he got a 19 and 20. Even with the light in his eyes, he like runs over a sign or two. He manages to pull ahead. You would not be able to jump from one car to another to get to him now. But that's his whole turn. He uses whole turn to do that. Now it is Kubo's turn.
Are you sure? I got a 7. I got 11.
Yep.
I'll take it. Don't get me wrong. Okay, cool. Okay, so he's farther ahead of me. Well, hold on a minute. Because of haste, my speed is now 60. Could I, like, run and jump?
So, I was going to ask, what would you place the cars at, roughly, in, like,
I think
terms of
just
power?
Because what I picture in terms of, like, the area is they run like normal cars. And so they might be going 60, 70 miles per hour on these, like, outside like country roads.
If it's a no, that's okay. But can I run and jump onto his car?
We're figuring that out. In the 1920s, could they only go 30, 40?
I feel like that's true.
It would be.
Google it.
You'd be really pushing it to hit like 50-ish. I would say
they're slamming the gas, so I would say 40.
I would say 40s to 50s.
Yeah, we'll say 40s to 50s then.
All right, so you're with haste, you're 60. If you double move, that's 120. With haste, that's tilting leaves you a triple move, so 180.
Thanks. I'm so glad I did a drag.
No, you're only able to get to about 35 miles an hour. So if they're fully gunning it, you probably couldn't.
Okay, that's fine.
So you can keep pace with them, I'll say, if you use all of your movement and you just want to chase down Sebastian's car. But if he makes another drive check, he's away. And if you get ahead of him like that, you're a sitting duck. You're in front of all the other cars.
I want to. I instead get in and like kick the person in the driver's seat. I don't know if there's 2 people or not. You can retcon that, whatever. But I at least want to get into the driver's seat.
You can roll to hit. I will say now there's only 1 person in the driver's seat, but there is an undetermined amount of people in the back of the car.
Right. That's the issue. But we will. There he goes. Hold on. How about a 17 to hit?
That will hit, actually. I'm pretty sure even these guys. 1 second.
Yee.
Yes, that will hit. Uh-huh.
Okay, cool. I want to do that. And then when I hit him, like, do I push him out of the car or is he still by me?
I will say you can either do damage or you can attempt to push him out of the car, in which case you need to make an opposed athletics check.
Okay, I have high athletics, so let's just try to push him out because I'm trying to be a good boy. Just kidding. I don't think he'd have the time to actually hit him. I do think he's just trying to push him out. So just let me know when to roll.
Okay, roll an athletics check. And I'll roll one over here.
Oh, shit. Oh, sorry. I only got an 8.
Okay, he did only get a 6, but plus his modifiers.
Could I maybe get advantage because I don't think he expected this? No, that's okay.
I will say you're not able to kick him out of the car, but you are able to kick him to the other side of the seat. And so for a brief, terrifying moment, the car is, like shudders seriously, and then you are sitting in the driver's seat with this guy over to the next to you, and he pulls a knife out. But I think you still have like a whole action.
Yeah, because of haste. Okay, so I'm gonna just try to hit him again, I guess. Let's just beat him. Does a 25 hit?
Yeah, that will hit.
Okay, let's see. Here's my damage. So, how about 15 to hit?
Just that's not to hit. That would be damage.
Sorry, damage. Yep.
So that will not put him out, but you can do divine hits on this, and you might want to stack it up as much as you can, because if you can put this guy down, you don't have any competition in this driver's seat.
Okay, I'm gonna do divine hits. I'm gonna add 2 on this real quick, so it's really 19 damage.
It adds, so in total it's 19.
I added 2 plus 2 to each of my damage hits, so the 5 turned into a 7, and my 10 turned into 12. So I just said 7 plus 12 is 19.
No, so you know your smites.
Oh, okay. I don't know what that is. That's a me thing.
With your channel divinity, you can do a smite, and then you add like a 1d8 or a more based on what spell slot you use.
Okay, never mind. So the damage was 15. I'm gonna do a 1d8 right now.
So just gonna
maybe can I use 2 d8 because I used
depends on what slot you have. So you should be able to go up to level 3 on your slots.
Yeah, I'm only going up to level 2 just in case.
2 for half casters.
I'm gonna go up to I'm only gonna use a 1 because we gotta fight Sebastian. So I'm only gonna use 1. So what I say it was 17 damage in total.
Okay, he's not down, but let me see. So you're in this card, but he is looking bad. You gave him a really nasty gash.
And then I'm gonna do the Darth Maul like the at him.
Sounds good. Okay, moving on. That is going to be everybody in the car. You see the doors in front of you, because there's like 2 cars in front of you. Actually, there's 3 cars as well as Sebastian, but Sebastian's pulled pretty far ahead. And you see them all pull out weapons. You have half cover at best, or at least. And so I'm going to say that unless these guys hit your AC really fantastically, they're not going to hit you. That is let me see, I think that's a 20 to hit. Yeah, that's a 20 to hit. They're rolling really well. That's a 15 to hit. Okay. And that is a 11 to hit.
Only the 20 hits. I don't know if that was me or not.
That was you.
It wasn't. Oh, good. Just making sure.
In which case, you'll take 3d6 plus 3. So that is 10, 12 damage as a bullet just zips through the front and hits you in the shoulder as you're driving.
He's fine. Okay. Well, he has a bullet in him, but he's fine.
But you hear the back of the doors open. You hear like clamoring in the truck that you're in. This situation is temporary until something gets figured out. And then on this initiative as well, you see Warren who you recognize from the prison, and one of the back of the things kind of like holds his hand up to his mouth, and is looking at your butler, and just yells, "Stop!" And you can kind of hear it directed at him. It doesn't affect you magically, but he's trying to affect your butler.
Leave my boy alone.
Is he? How far away is that? Is the car with the butler?
It is so I actually made a little picture to draw, and it's very rudimentary. But Warren is in the closest car to Sebastian.
Okay, so I was just curious if it would be within range of the paladin or for saves or whatever.
I will offer that. What is the paladin aura that you give?
What'd you say to me? I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
Well, how much? Because the paladins give off an aura that help with saving throws. He only got a 9, and it's a pretty high save. But
I'm gonna give him. How much can I give him? Is that what this is? When it has 25 on here?
No, that's your healing pool.
I mean, I think you give a flat bonus that's equal to your charisma modifier, but you also give certain immunities based on your level, and I don't know.
I have defenses against disease, necrotic, and radiant, and I have a +3 on my saves. But that's not charisma. My charisma
or protection.
Can I give a +5 to that? That's still probably too late, but at least it's better than it was.
You can give a +5 to it.
I think it's like an aura of protection. If you can share me your D&D
when starting at 6th level, whenever you make a saving throw, gains a bonus to the saving throw equal to your charisma modifier.
So is that just a +2?
That would just be a +2. Yeah, so even with that save, he's not able to make the save. He got a 9 on the die. He has a +2. It's only a
What's your oath, though?
What?
What's your oath, though?
What's my oath? I don't know. I just shared with Jacob my sheet.
Oh,
sorry, we've been gone for a hot minute, and I
subclass or whatever. Do you remember what that one is? Because some of those give
what is my
condition related stuff, which is what I was.
Okay, it's pulling up now. Variant Asmar, yeah.
Oh, but I get a spell attack of a +5. Oh shoot, I didn't know that.
Yeah, proficiency plus Ka.
I need to do Sacred Oath. Oath of Devotion.
Yeah, devotion. Okay.
Let's see. Aura Protection. When you are conscious, you grant all friendly creatures, including you, within a 10 feet, a 2+ bonus to all saving throws. Oh, I get a 2+ bonus? Well, now I have +3.
Yeah, well, whatever your charisma is.
Yeah, I get a +3 though, because I was leveled up, but that's okay.
And okay, yeah, the big one that I was so Oath of Devotion at 7th level, you get one that makes it so if they're within 10 feet of you, they can't be charmed. That was the one I was kind of looking for, but that's not to level 7.
I'm a level 6, darn it. All right, well, thank you.
Okay, so to get back into the real what's happening, okay. There is a harsh screeching noise as you see the car stop very almost instantaneously, as if this guy stopped as if he was trying to avoid an accident, and your butler is immediately, so many hundreds of feet behind you guys as you're peeling away. Moving on, that will be back to the top of initiative. Sebastian, he's going to try and make another drive roll. This is when Leopold and Matt and Savage, you can see, you see Sebastian's car driving ahead. You guys are on a route to intercept him. But if he makes this drive check, you aren't going to be able to get ahead of him first. This is a disadvantage.
But disadvantage, right? Because I literally have a son.
It is a disadvantage. There's nothing in his way yet. And so let me see. So that is a 6. I'm going to say he only got an 8 on that drive check. So I'll say those drive checks. He tries to speed up and tries to get away, but he's not able to get enough traction / be confident enough in his speed. And he almost takes out a fence and is worried he's going to damage his car too much. And he has to slow down a bit as he's driving along. So you guys are able to get in front of them if you want. Savage turns to you too, and he's like, "You guys ready for this? It's going to get pretty wild." All right, ready or not?
I mean, yeah.
I love it.
Sorry, was that an actual question? All right, yeah.
So Savage is going to go on your turn, Kyle, and
the Kyle Savage interaction is one of my favorites.
It's just the most without charisma, just truly no chemistry. It's like, yeah, I love it. Okay, so the car peels on ahead. He's going to try and cut off Sebastian entirely, trying not to like actively T-bone himself, but trying to like force him off the road, basically. He got a 14 drive check. I'll say he has a +3 because he's very good at what he does. And so he is able to peel in front, get right next to him on the road, and then are starting to edge him off the road on his turn. So you're driving along Sebastian. You can see Sebastian turning over, spitting out dwarven curses, trying to keep accurate and trying not to like fall off the side of the road. Now it is Kyle's turn.
Hey, yo, it's Kyle's turn. Just kidding.
I'm thinking, all right?
Savage is
Shoot him
looking over
with
to
your
you like,
gun.
do you actually not have a gun? Do you actually not have a gun? As they're driving down.
I'm trying to think of something more creative. Okay, come on, give me a second.
I won't
right,
say put you on the cards.
Have a glass of water.
So we are literally like rammed right up against each other to the point where like, you know, I'm in the passenger seat, he's in the driver's seat. I could like probably punch him, basically.
Yeah, so
through windows.
You could punch Savage. You would need to get like over Savage and into the other car, but you are
so Savage. So he's on the so it's on the left side.
Yeah, so here's you, or here's the Sebastian. So you have Savage and then an empty seat between you and Sebastian.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and just I'm gonna cast magic missile on his fuel intake valve.
You're trying to blow up his car.
I love that idea. Blow
Well, it won't blow up. It'll stop running.
It'll blow up. No, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry.
But you know, I can ignore any kind of accuracy check, and with you know,
that's fair.
My knowledge of cars, I can basically just put the bolts exactly where I need to like destroy the engine.
This is a very clever check. I think like you're right. Like you don't have to try and hit. The bolts can just go underneath the hood like very automatically. Roll me. I'm gonna make this a very easy check, but roll me like an intellect check, just so like you know this car model, you know exactly where those things are, like without popping up the hood, like just like kind of like if you have that knowledge right at the tip of your fingertips.
You think I can put proficiency on that?
We'll let you put proficiency.
Int proficiency, like basically just like an artifice check.
Artificer check. Yeah, you get my vision here. It's
Natural 20. Make it happen.
I'm working on it. All right.
Believe in every number you press.
I should on cocaine with Savage. I don't know what to tell you, man. Hey,
yeah, do another line. Just in case. Real quick.
I don't think that would not help me with this. 15.
15. That is definitely enough. You're able to, and you know that as of right now, the car is running on fumes, basically. There's no more gas going into the engine. It is not gaining speed. He's just rolling down the road, basically, now.
All right, so I guess 8 force damage directly to that very specific little rubber pipe in the start at the base of the engine manifold.
I mean, it's brilliant. I'm not going to take that from you. Smoke starts to billow up from the front of the engine. And you hear Sebastian swearing in Dwarven. Savage is going to use his last kind of like haste action to kind of push his tires off of the road. And so now you hear him kind of like you guys are losing speed very quickly.
All right.
Okay. Now it is back to Kubo.
Okay. So with this whole interaction, have I caught up to them?
So you are in the car that's behind them. So you're not any further back than you were, but you couldn't like get out of the car and run up to them. You could
Actually,
use
yeah. That technically didn't use my bonus action. As my bonus action, I'm just gonna yell encouragement to Kubo. You get I'm performing the help action on you. So your next thing you get advantage on.
Kubo's like, wait, where are you? No, just kidding.
You got this! Take it
My
out!
friends!
So I will say, if you were to use your entire haste movement and basically do some supernatural running, they're slowing down. You could run up to that car. You will be running directly past Warren's car and all three of the other cars.
Now let me tell you what I'm thinking here first. So
Okay.
what might happen is, so I'm the one at the wheel still. I want to try to get the car stuck and only going accelerated. I want to drive into the back of Sebastian's car and like hurt his car. I know it's already hurt, but like if it explodes, who cares kind of a thing. And then I want to see if I can jump out at the last minute. Because I don't know where Warren and the others are, but I know where I am right now. And
Okay.
my brother's
So-
up there and my friends.
This is still kind of the pattern that we're in right now.
Okay, where am I?
So you're in the far back car.
I'm like back. So can
Yeah.
I try to ram Warren's car instead?
You could, because they're all slowing down. You're in control of this car.
I want to do that. I don't like him. He hurt my boy.
You're gonna take some damage. I just want to.
If I can jump out in time.
You're gonna take some damage from that, but it's still extremely dope.
Will haste help me? I still have my plus. Okay, we'll just figure it out.
Okay, haste will help you, but if you want to try and do this, what I'm gonna have you do is we're just gonna roll it as if it's an attack to hit the back of this car, and then you're gonna have to hit a certain damage threshold, and this is gonna be very much, and so this is like I want you to roll with. This is like an everything you got situation. Do as much damage as you physically can to try and slow down Warren's car here.
Okay. So. Okay, so 23 I'm assuming hits.
Yes, that will definitely hit.
Does an 11 hit? Probably not.
You mean damage wise?
No, like I get 2 attacks per action.
So no, 11 won't break the thing on that.
You get advantage on the first one, though.
Oh, okay, so I can re-roll the 11. That's the good news. Hooray!
Oh, was the 11 the first one?
It sure was.
Okay.
I'm being serious. You're watching me roll.
Are you rolling on
D&D Beyond? Yeah, I was. Okay, that changed to a 23. Thanks. Oh shoot, I just lost my damage. What the heck? Okay, we're good, boys. We're good. Okay, so I think I got 2 10s for damage, and then I'm gonna roll some divine smites. My dog just woke up. She's very cute. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna hit it with what I got at this point. So 8. So what about an 18 damage?
Okay, I just got to make some rulings here because this is all a lot of Calvin Ball. There isn't really D&D 5e rules for a car chase, so I'm definitely kind of just trying to keep consistent here.
Look how cute he is. Can you say no to this face? I'm just kidding. Just a little Darth Maul.
So this is kind of the physical thing we've got going on here now. And so this is the back car is you hitting into Warren here.
Love that for me. Okay.
So I'm just going to roll a check, like a die, because I'm going to say you definitely get some sort of effect, but this is all horseshoes, and you know, like this is kind of a luck situation. So I didn't even set the rules. So 1 through 5, something very much in your favor happens. 6 through 15, that's cool looking, man.
Good snake. Sorry. 6 through 15.
Something and neutral happens, and 16 through 20, something very much in their favor happens. So not 1.
Oh. Luck is on Kubo's side.
So you ram into them. The doors open. So as you're running in, like gunshots are going, like just kind of frantically. But it's not their turn of initiative. You know, like they're not able to hit you. You clip underneath their car, and like the bumper, you can hear it pop both of their rear tires at the same time as it like kind of clips underneath. And your car is kind of acting as dead weight / their back tires. So if you choose to brake, their entire car is like done. But if you want to roll an athletics check and just try and jump out of the car, then you can. Oh, he's so pretty. Wow.
Snakes are nice.
Yeah.
I do this with advantage.
Her okay, so she's a female coastal carpet python.
Wow.
And her name is Munch.
Aww.
I think it's hilarious.
Munch or mush?
Munch.
So you only
female carpet python.
Ooh.
Snake is snake.
Consume the world.
So
wow.
Ragnarok.
I was like 22 when I got her. Okay.
It's very funny. Okay. So you don't get advantage on this one. You only get advantage on the first attack from the help action.
Okay.
But so what were you were rolling an athletics check to try and get out of the way?
It's still okay. I got a 26.
A 26. Okay.
Being serious.
Yeah. You just like clip underneath, and then using the force of it, I'm gonna say you just like knees up onto the seat, like jump through the front windshield off to the side. I'm also gonna make you roll some falling damage. Only 3d6 of bludgeoning damage as you hit the road on the side.
Okay, that's what I have to roll. Just let me know.
Yeah, I'll roll 3d6. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah, he deserves that. I've gotten so like fucking lucky. I'm grateful.
Very low damage. A 2, 2, and a 1. So only 5 damage. But yeah, with haste, you might even still be able to move around a little bit. But I'm gonna say that's gonna be your turn because that's a lot.
Yeah, that is a ton. I love this though. Amazing.
Okay.
Chaos.
Moving on, now it is Warren and the baddie's turn. The guy in this car next to you, or the guy that had attacked you before, I'm actually going to roll one quick attack from him. He only got a 10 to hit. He won't hit your AC. But as you jump out of the windshield, he runs over, tries to get control of the vehicle, and he's going to make sure that they don't crash as he just kind of keeps up speed with you. And so he's making sure that Warren's car doesn't crash, but they're slowing down. Everything is slowing down now. The other cars are realizing like they've run the car off the road, and this is probably going to turn into a pretty nasty slugfest. I'm going to say with all of their turns, you see all of the people coming out. There is about 4 or 5 people per car. And so as you jump off to the side, you're kind of left in the dust a little bit as they pull ahead, as the cars continue moving. But just for simplicity's sake, we'll say that all of the cars have stopped as of this point, and all these people are taking their turn to get out of the vehicles, ready actions, and they use their movement to get up to Sebastian's car, where Savage and Kyle and Sebastian are in that like kind of tight thing that they ran off the road. Let me see. I think all the people that were in the car you were driving start walking towards you, and they're going to take 2 shots at you now that you don't have any cover. That is a 16 to hit. That doesn't cocked. And that was a 19 to hit.
Only the 19 hits.
Okay. That's a lot. 14, 17 damage.
Okay. Oh, my sweet boy.
And that's several bullets. So that's like as they are like shooting at you. This is like a lot.
I am fueled by coke and channeling divinity at this point.
Okay, so I do need you to start making concentration checks on the coke.
Okay.
So roll a concentration save against the cocaine here. And so that would be damage of 17, was it?
Yeah, I got that. I just did that. Where? Oh, it's right there. I was like, what do I do?
So that would be half, right? So you'd have to get just a DC 10 Constitution save.
Well, the good news is I got an 18, so
It's 5 plus half the damage taken, or DC 10, whichever is higher.
Well, yeah, that would be either 10 or 14. So 14 was, she got it at 17. So yeah,
I got an
you're still
18.
from the coke. But whenever you take damage, you have to make that save.
That's only fair.
Okay. Now it is Leopold's turn. You are in the back of this car. It is rammed into people. You're crunching on ice chips, and you have finally gotten your turn trying to act here.
Okay, how far is the group that's approaching? You said there were several other cars.
This is the visualization here. And
Okay,
so
which
you
one are
guys
we?
are in this car here, and these guys are slowly walking up. These guys in this car are going back to attack Kubo. So you got about
Okay,
8
so
people coming from other cars.
so there's 3 cars behind it, one's going back. Okay. Okay.
So there are
How
12
far
people
is
coming in on the car? Yeah.
okay? How far is the one going back from us?
So the one in the far back, all the cars are stopped. Cars are not moving. Basically, there are 4 people from that car going to go finish off Kubo.
But like, what's their distance? Like, can I run there in a single turn, or
I'm gonna say that they are about 60 feet back.
60 feet? Okay. Ooh. Okay. I'm gonna like, peek up from the front like a bird and look for the coke and start taking some real quick so I can get some haste.
Yeah! Yes!
And I go back into the back and I crawl. And I go to the window side and I release my demons and let them come out. And I cast haste on them. And they get 140 movement speed and they travel towards I'm gonna say 2 towards the front group and 1 tries to go to the group furthest away. And then each of them are gonna cast Earth Tremor, that any person within 10 feet of each creature will take 1d8 damage and fall prone.
If they fail a save, and what's your save?
If they fail, blah 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 blah, dexterity save.
Okay, so let me just kind of explain all this as it's happening, as I envision it.
Think of it like a triangle, how they're positioned, like they're in each corners.
Okay, so I'm going to draw this up so that you guys can see kind of what's happening here. But car, and then Kubo. Okay.
I'm so excited.
I'm so excited.
Just like, it sounds so good in my head.
Finally, yeah, it's happening now.
This is what's going on. It might be kind of hard to see because it's all dots, but Kubo's way back here, Leopold is way up here, and then there are 3 groups of people over here, and then 4 going back to kill Kubo. So as all this stuff is starting, and as the car is pulled over to the side, all these screeching tires and everything, Leopold, you reach over, grab Savage's little cocaine pouch, just get a douse, and I just picture you a greasy black-haired little twipster. Like you feel it hits you like a ton of bricks. Finally, after everything is resolved, the car is finally stopped. You kick open the door, summon your demons, start walking out of the door, and your demons just zoom past all these people. One of them is going to go back and force the 4 people there to make a save, and then I will let you pick two of the groups in front of you to make the save. One group of 4 will be spared because they're all kind of distant.
Yes. For the groups on the top, it will be the closest to the left and the closest to the right. So whoever's in the middle will be saved most likely.
Gotcha. Okay.
Like it'll be like an actual triangle, like they're taking the points.
Gotcha. So guys, clouds begin to appear in the sky, and this beautiful day that it was starts to get darker as Leopold just kicks open the door, white powder underneath his nose, and demonic energy just flowing out of him. I'm gonna roll 3 saves now. This one's going to be for the one with Kubo. That one they managed to save, but they do take the damage, right? They just don't go prone.
They say on a
You
fail.
kill me, Leo. I'm gonna have some feelings about it, but it's okay.
No, they're good. They don't take anything.
Okay, so then Warren's group actually will take the 1d8 and go prone, but the last group does not.
No.
You want me to roll
Well,
damage
the
for
group
it
that
real
goes
quick?
prone.
Yo.
Oh no, wait. I got this.
Okay.
I got this. They take. They take. They take. They take 1 damage,
Yay! More than none.
and they fall prone.
Yeah,
Also,
so-
now every area between those points are also now difficult terrain for them. And if they choose to clear it up, it has to be in a minute of their time to do so by hand.
they got the -1 and prone. Okay, that's very hard to read, but just trust that I'm visualizing it. Yeah, so you get out there. That's probably all your actions, even with cocaine, right?
Oh no, since I hasted the demons, they have 2 turns and they only casted Earth Tremor. So in their second turn, they're gonna cast I don't know how to say this, but they're gonna cast the Scorcher ability.
Scorcher?
Yes, where each 3 of them
Imagine
shoot.
Scorcher.
Yes,
Yeah,
they shoot in a line of 30 feet long, 5 feet wide wave of fire. And each creature has to make a dexterity saving throw, and if they fail, they take 3d8 fire damage.
Well. Do I need to save for that? Probably.
It would be tracing a fire. I mean, it would be tracing like a triangle, I guess you could say.
So for simplicity's sake, we'll just say that these affect the same groups that you did before. And so we'll just say that they could affect those same groups, because I
Okay.
think this is getting a little crazy.
So the group that's prone, do I get advantage?
If it's a dexterity save, they automatically fail, don't they? I mean, they're just
Oh.
prone. So I think
Oh yeah.
Disadvantage, not
Disadvantage.
not a fail.
Oh, that's even dope. That's even better.
Well, it's just a they
Otherwise,
automatically
you'd
fail.
be incapacitated, which it's asleep, paralyzed, whatever.
Gotcha. So what's your save again?
It says dexterity save or fall,
So it's whatever your spell save is.
which is 13.
Okay, so Warren's group got a nat 1.
Nice.
Second group got an 11. And the last group got a 13.
So the first group takes 18 damage.
18?
Yes.
Wow.
Fire damage, 18 fire damage.
And then the second group that did fail, we're just gonna all do them the same.
Yeah, if they all fail, they all take 18. And if they succeed, they take half. Wait, let me read that again. Blah 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 blah. Creatures fail. Yeah, if they succeed, they take half.
So these terrifying little monkey creatures ruin the road and the soil in front of them, and then light it aflame, and they're just they're feeling the cocaine through you, and they're just having an immense amount of fun casting these spells.
Good.
Did my power just go out? Oh, one of my light bulbs just went out. That was wild and spooky. I'm haunted. Okay.
And that ends my turn.
It's probably that one fuse. If it's all of it.
No, it's
one.
It's like one.
Just the light bulbs?
It's just one light bulb. Yeah, probably.
Oh, just one light bulb. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, strong showing. I think you hear a lot of dwarvish like muttering and like kind of yelling. Yep, Kubo.
So does that mean that the guy who tried to hit me that I hit first, is he dead now?
17 minus 9. They actually took the least damage.
But I gave him like 17 damage originally.
Yes, he's looking very bad. He is still up. His group managed to save.
All right. Thank you, still Leo.
Hey,
Cocaine is a
try my best.
Cocaine is a magical drug.
He's looking very, very bad.
Good.
Okay, now we are back up to Sebastian. He is going to kick open the car door, step outside, and he looks very bad. He has still been tortured for many days and is not looking well. But he is just going to walk out. He's going to try and join Warren's group. I don't think he's going to do any attacks. I don't think he even has a weapon on him. I think they literally just got him into the driver's seat and then they took off. So
How the fuck did he get his glove back?
Oh, he doesn't have his glove on.
Oh, okay. So it was a okay.
No, he hasn't done any attacks. He just walks out. He starts walking over to Warren. He looks at him like scared, but also like, are we gonna kill him? Are you gonna kill him? Like he's just like very expectant here. Now it is Kyle's turn.
And Savage, don't forget him after Kyle.
Thank you.
I want my brother to kill. Just kidding. Well, maybe not. No, I'm just kidding.
I guess I'm gonna shoot one of them.
Heck yeah!
The
Look
finger
up.
gun.
I don't have anything super creative planned for this one.
You don't love the chaos I ensued?
But you know, I guess none of them are engaged in melee with any of us, are they?
They are shooting at Kubo. This is going to start to get much hairier because now they're going to start taking all of their attacks, and they can do 3d6, +3 per hit, as long as there are 2 of them in a group. And so, so the more you pare them down, the better off you're going to be because these guys are nasty.
Oh, scary.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and load some fancy rounds into my gun, and
Savage is like, I knew it.
no, it's very. I'm very derringering it. It's palmed. He doesn't see
Make him
it.
roll insight. Make him roll insight. I'm just kidding.
Hold on, let me do a sleight of hand check.
I'm so happy. Yes, please. No, I'm just kidding.
24.
Yeah, he doesn't see it. Sorry.
Nobody knows where these gunshots are coming from.
Just doing some palm work over there.
All right.
Ooh.
Ooh, I forgot I brought a NOS.
Using my bonus action for the aiming thing. Oops. Better. 23 to hit.
23 to hit. Yeah, that'll hit any of the people here.
Okay.
Losing him.
Six.
Okay.
26 points of damage to whichever one I decided to shoot.
Woo!
If you want to pick an undamaged one, all that damage will go to use. But if you pick anyone that Leopold has damaged already, they will be dead, except for Warren.
I'm gonna probably be picking people off, rather than trying to go for undamaged ones. So yeah, in any of the ones that Leopold damaged,
Awesome.
honestly, if anything, if they saw me, I'd almost make it look like I was choosing randomly just for that extra little bit of intimidation. Like you don't know.
Yeah, one of these men goes down.
Mighty, you and that person dies.
It's just business.
Now we are down to Kubo. Kubo, this is very like a Tarantino movie. You are standing there, blood seeping into your nice Sunday clothes, and there are 4 men coming at you with a weird demon gremlin trying to slow them down, but having bad luck.
Praying.
So the good news is I can heal myself as one of my 3 actions, because remember, I made that check for my constitution. So I'm going to go ahead and give myself 30 points of healing, just off the bat.
I could have shot somebody. Could have shot somebody else. Damn it.
That's dope as all get out. Okay.
Smells so good. Okay, and now I have... Here's the problem. Like, I can probably definitely kill some people, but I don't even know... My best chance... We're gonna figure this out. Okay, so let's actually talk shop a little bit. I have 2 actions still left. Do I have the speed to move with it? Because I still have my haste. Could I technically run towards Warren? Because I feel like I would rather kill him than I would kill these dudes. But I might have to kill these dudes to actually get up towards everyone else.
If you do that, you will take attacks of opportunity. I'll say that. It won't be gunshots, but it'll then be laughing out with their clubs. But I think that you can do that with one of your movements as you pass them to get to Warren. And then
So
you
it
can
only have...
close with Warren.
So I would have 1 chance to attack Warren.
You'd have 1 set of actions, yes.
Okay. I say... Well, this is kind of cheating, because Leo and Kyle, what do you guys think? Is that cool, or... I don't know. I don't want to step on people's toes.
I'm in the car, so I can't. I can't
Kyle
assume.
really doesn't give a crap about combat-related
Okay.
glory. You can.
Funny, I know, but I was like, does this sound cool? Okay. I'm gonna try that. I did just basically heal myself all the way, so maybe I will come to regret this, but currently Kubo feels up with it. And I want to attack Warren because he killed my boy. Well, I don't know if he killed him, but I'm assuming he did. So.
Okay. So you go past 2 attacks of opportunity come your way. That is only an 8 and an 18. I think with your +2 to AC.
So the 18 does hit because my AC is at 18 right now.
With the haste as well?
Yeah, well, my AC is normally 16, but the +2 takes me to 18.
Yeah, so that's only 1d6 plus 2.
That's totally fine.
That's 4 damage.
That's totally fine.
One
Hey.
just swings out with your sword as you and a coke daze just zips by him. I do need you to roll me another con save every time you take damage for the cocaine.
23,
So
baby.
casual.
23.
You run in, you try and close with Warren. Are you going to try and attack him?
Absolutely. Also, real quick, I am so glad that I'm using Savage's special stash because it's hitting. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so I get a 22 to hit, and then I get an 17 to hit.
Okay, so the 22 does the 17 will not.
Okay, so I'm gonna hit, and then I think I have a smite left. I would like to use my last one if possible.
All right.
Wait, let's do that. Here we go, boys. 1 left. Oh my gosh, it's only 9 damage, but it's something.
It's something. 9 damage on Warren.
9.
9.
And then he's gonna give him a Darth Maul. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Like his like.
Yes.
Thank you. Good.
Josh.
No, I've lived on this planet for 30 years and never seen a Star Wars movie. I don't know what's happening.
Well, it's actually from the Clone Wars. If that
I
helps.
see. Yeah, I was like, I see clips. I've seen little animated shorts.
If I have to, I'll send something to the chat. I mean, I guess.
I did not watch the Clone Wars. I was
Fine. I'm just gonna send a clip because it's funny.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, you cut into Warren. Warren is clearly a beastly person. As you cut into him, you can feel like the muscle and sinew in his body. He is very muscular man. And he looks to you with a kind of like shocked sort of like, I didn't know you had that in you. So going from there, you deal a good chunk of damage to him, -9, yeah. Going forward, now it is Warren and the bad dudes, and this is where it might start getting messy here.
Okay, if I die, I loved all of you.
Okay, so actually, and I forgot to do this, so I'm glad we're kind of going back here. Savage gets out of the car.
Yes.
He puts on these very thick, black-looking, like knuckle duster kind of things, like what's the word?
Brass knuckles. Yeah.
Yes.
And he just starts like coming out, and he just kind of takes a good second and surveys the scene, and then like sees Warren. And so he's just clearly thinking really hard about what the best target here is.
Mother, help me.
Are you planning on going after Warren? So I think he's going to use his movement and come over. He does have haste effect on him, so he can take a total of 4 attacks here. So I'm going to say he can close with Warren, and he's going to try and attack 4 times. He doesn't have to worry about any other stuff, but he's just trying to punch him down.
I'm so excited! I get to fight with some, like, yes, oh, it's great. Love that.
He has haste DCs. Warren sees him coming and very lithely manages to like basically deflect all but one of the punches that lands really squarely on his chest. And so like Vovin like starts really getting like, he starts looking like a boxer as he closes in, and he's like and he manages to get like one thick punch into his chest, and that's going to deal a good chunk of damage though.
John L. Sullivan style? Like, we're talking like London prize ring, or like what's going on?
I don't know.
Imagine whatever you like.
I think it's like I picture Savage being extremely pugilist. So he's very much like
so like the super old school, like classic, you know, like I'm leaned back and punching like this London prize ring rules. The John L. Sullivan picture you've probably seen in memes.
I think I know the one you're referring to.
With the mustache. Yeah,
he's very hyper masculine.
It was yeah.
I think it's very much like pop, 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 boom, haymaker kind of style. So that's what his turn takes on. Kubo, you can roll this insight with advantage. Everyone else can roll this insight just flat. It's a pretty high DC.
What exactly am I looking at?
The fight with Savage and Robin.
I got a 16 with advantage.
16.
7.
Numbers.
Those guys are like punching each other or something. They should calm down.
It's cool.
Up. I did it again.
What'd you get?
I did the thing. Oh, 20. Ah.
Leo, I'm gonna.
Woo! Nat 20.
At some point during this week, we're having
No, it was dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Woo!
How to integrate your stuff with Avray.
Okay, so I'm going to send Leo something privately, but Kubo, what you get from this is that he's just moving kind of sluggishly. Savage is kind of like, he's not as snappy as you'd expect. He seems to be like testing out his opponent's abilities.
I'm so afraid. Okay, it's fine. I just thought of, all right, yep. Love that.
I love it. Just says like log off.
What?
It's like that meme when you put the hand on your shoulder, like it's time to sign off. It's time to go.
There we go.
Ooh.
I love the memes you guys are sending. It's amazing. Oh my gosh. Okay. So now that is all those turns, now we're gonna hit a lot of hits. So Kubo, you're gonna get 4 attacks made on you. Savage is gonna get 2, and then Leopold is going to get 4. But actually, I'm gonna subtract a lot of those by 1 because some of them are gonna attack the Remalin creatures. Yes. What did you want to ask?
Do I get any like bonuses because I'm standing close to someone else while I fight for protection? No, that's fine. It's okay.
Unfortunately, not. But
Gotta ask.
keep that in mind.
It's a halfling thing. Sorry.
So that is a 5.
Yeah.
That's an 8 to attack one of your summons, Josh. What's your summons AC?
Right now with the haste, it is a 19.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, they're terrifying, bro. Love
Okay.
that for you.
Haste applies to them too?
Yeah, I gave it to them. I give it to one, but since they're one being, it shares to all three. Anything I do to one happens to all. Anything that happens to all happens to me too, but them as well.
I
Kubo,
love it so much. It's so crazy.
that was a nat 20. And so this is going to be 66 plus 6.
I'm going to die. No, I'm not even joking. I've enjoyed this so much with all of you.
Prematurely heal yourself before you die. Ah.
I can heal myself 6 more points, but I don't think that's going to do anything at this point.
I can keep you from death.
So that is 32 damage.
Oh, no, I'm still up.
So like basically the group behind you that you pass, they pull up their Tommy guns, they try and shoot at the gremlin creature, and the gremlin creature is just like dancing, like like super coked up, is able to dodge all of their attacks. The other two, they like bullet hose your back. Like a lot of them, like you feel several bullets hit you in the back.
I take this chance to have Kubo just basically shout like, "Oh, you motherfuckers," because I feel like
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's for free. Now the Warren's group that is still up, but they are all very hurt. They are going to. 2 of them are going to attack Kubo. 1 of them is going to attack Theo. So Kubo, that is a 24 to hit, a 19 that time.
So a 24
6 damage, 17, 20 damage as they shoot at you.
So Kubo's dead. Let's just.
Kubo's down.
I only had 6 hit points left. Yeah, I'm down.
Okay, so you're down for sure.
Down,
As
not
I fall
dead.
down,
Big difference.
What'd you say?
Down, not dead. There's a big difference.
Yeah, I was like, why? How'd you die? I was so confused.
All good. Savage manages to avoid getting shot, but Warren sees you go down. Warren is going to try and use a dominate person effect on Savage. Savage gets a 3 on his save, and so Warren like holds his hand up. He does have his gauntlet on because he was not captured, and he just says kneel, kind of in a panic. And Savage is forced to kneel. He'll be able to make a save at the end of his turn. Yes.
Okay, when I died, can I have done the comedic TikTok sound where it's like, "Oh no, bro," and then
It just falls.
Absolutely.
All the slow motion.
No. Save me this time.
Because it's TikTok.
I could send that too. I better not die. I will actually cry if Kubo dies, but that's okay. Sorry. Let's keep going.
Hey, I said I wasn't gonna be nice.
Be quiet.
Yes.
Did I like
murder my girlfriend with an audience. Okay.
I'm going to die.
Blood for the blood god.
Okay, 2
Yeah,
more.
so
advice.
my mom said that she wants me to go to heaven. She might have gotten her wish.
Oh no.
the day of.
No. Oh.
Okay.
I was like, I took you so literal, Mom.
In real life, I am sweaty. Okay, sorry. Let's.
Okay, finally, one of your gremlins takes some damage here,
Oh no.
and that's going to be
I didn't level up their health.
13 damage on one of your gremlins.
Oh, okay. They're alive.
Okay, so that's the one that's closest to you, and then one of the gangsters like runs out and is going to try and hit it as well with a physical attack. That is a 21 to hit, but it's less damage because it's only a sword attack. So that's only going to be 6 damage.
Oh, okay. But they are looking hurt. That is a fact.
Now we're back to Leopold here.
Okay, so I'm still the furthest. How far is Kyle from me?
Kyle's like right next to you. You guys are still up
Oh.
in front cars.
Okay, perfect. I'm gonna slur my slur and
I'm gonna say
stumble
slur.
over to Kyle. It's like Kyle. Kyle.
You're
I think
you're
think
drunk and you have taken cocaine within the past like minute.
I think Savage. I think Savage isn't taking this seriously. Uh, I, I, something that just doesn't seem right.
I'm also dead.
And can I do anything? How close is one of my summons from her? Like, my closest summon from to Kubo. Like,
can I cast spells like through you, like through your minions? Is that a thing that's
that's what I was trying to do, but I don't. It doesn't say other people can, but it says I can. So I don't know. I don't know if it's because of the mark.
If it doesn't say other people can, then probably not, unless you want to.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a DM question.
It's
If you want to break that.
It's a weird one with me because it's not so much like I'm not really casting the spell magically through him. I'd be more like, here's a syringe, go stab them with it. But I mean,
Well,
Kubo is
use them both right now. I don't think it would make sense.
now that I'm level 6, I'm gonna resummon my creature. One of them that was, the two that were by the larger group. I'm gonna recall one to me, and I'm gonna cast Spare the Dying on it, and the one closest to Kubo, which has 140 movement speed, will cast Spare the Dying on Kubo.
Yes. Thank you, Leo.
You are not making death saves, but you are still on the ground. So you're not in danger of dying unless someone tries to murk you, which they very well could.
Stop that.
Okay, do I have to roll for concentration because I casted Spare the Dying?
No. It's only when you take damage that the concentration gets challenged.
Okay, because I casted haste, I know I'm still concentrating on something.
I'm a little
Okay, so now I'm still hasted. I'm gonna heal Kubo because now I just realized I have a healing spell. Wait, I gotta know how much spell slots I have.
You can't. Haste doesn't let you get extra spells or anything like that.
Oh, no extra spell actions?
Right, yeah. No, even if it lets you do something that's normally an attack action, it can only be a weapon attack. It can't be spells. Otherwise, haste would just completely break the game.
Well,
honestly, it's already pretty bad.
Well, you should just heal her instead of Spare the Dying, because healing her will do more than Spare the Dying will.
Yeah.
Well, can I take back what I said? Okay, I think I can do that.
Consciousness, if you have it, yeah.
Just do the healing.
Okay, so I'm gonna cast 3rd level Cure Wounds. Okay, and that is how many die? 1d8 spell modifier. Okay, so it'll be 3d8 plus 2.
Roll it.
I
will say, after you come back conscious, the cocaine has worn
That
off.
is fair. I did die.
Okay, that's 14 hit points back to you.
Well, yeah, I mean, concentration was broken. If you fall unconscious, that's what's happened. Yep.
Does this count as a long rest? I'm just curious.
No.
Dreaming. Being mean now.
Okay, so now that's the end of my person's turn, but now for my summons, I'm gonna have all of them just cast Magic Missile.
Okay. Just on any things that they see, basically.
Yeah, because they're so spread out, it would have to be one hitting the group from the back, the 4 in the back, and then the 2 in the front would hit whoever is left.
Okay, so basically you get 4 magic missiles. Like, describe how many magic missiles are going out here.
I gotta read the spell real quick. Magic missiles. It deals
What level is
1d4. Well, it's through the gremlins, so it's level 1. So just the basic.
level 1, then yeah, it's 3 separate attacks that each deal d4 plus 1.
Okay, so it'll be 3d4s plus
3.
1. Oh yeah, plus 3d4s.
Yeah.
That's 11 damage. Okay, so it'll be 2, 3, 3 damage to the individual groups. Which now looking at this is not a lot at all.
3, 4, 4 to
Okay, so give me exactly how much damage went out to which groups.
I would say the group in the back will take the 4 damage. I mean the 3 damage. And then the whoever's group in the front, who's closest to the other 2 summons, will take the 4 damage. And that will be the end of their turns.
Okay, I think I understand. Okay, I see what's going on here now. Okay, so the guy that Kubo attacked before goes down. He's fully dead now. So one of the guys in the back is all the way dead. And then up front, one of the people that is in Warren's group dies as well. So now Warren is down to 3. Back up to the top, now to Sebastian's turn. He just starts barking out orders like, bring us together. If you keep on attacking us, we will kill this man here right now without a second thought. We want a car, we want not to be followed, and we're getting the hell out of here. He's just kind of barking that out as he's pointing at Savage, who's on his knees on the ground.
Hold on, wait. Can I ask you a question? Do they realize that I've been healed back to life? Like, I'm still on the ground.
I think they will. The gremlin is pretty hard to hide. So the gremlin
right.
drops you off. But yeah, Sebastian is standing over there. He's gotten a sword. He's got his hand over his. It's like, everybody stop now, or I'm killing this man. And he is readying an action. He is going to try and attack him if anybody uses their turns to attack. Now that is Kyle's turn.
Summon God.
Do it.
I want to stealthily look like I'm disarming and then sneak attack him.
Sebastian?
With a shot just like straight to the eye.
So you're trying to like kind of get him while he's not aware.
Yeah, no, like you look like I'm doing it, and then at the last second.
I will give you sneak attack.
Is the bonus action for kind of like a stealth?
Can I give him a help action?
I'm gonna say no, but he will get sneak attack, and I think that automatically gives you advantage, right? Like, or if you.
Yeah. One way or another, I'm getting a sneak attack on this. It's just a matter of which action I'm technically using for it.
Gotcha.
All right.
Natural 20.
Nat 20.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so
Yes!
I feel like just called it.
Damage on this just because it is absolutely ridiculous.
So and I gotta in my games with nat 20s, you double the dice and then you double the bonus to hit or the bonus damage. So like your plus.
Really?
Kill him. Kill him.
On an Artificer Rogue multi-class. That's
Get him, Kyle.
Cut back to when I called the natural 20.
You guys are drastically changing how I thought this was going to pan out in a way that is a little
48 damage.
All right.
Do
it. And this is all lethal. This is all lethal, right?
It's from a gun, so I yes.
Okay, so to paint the scene here, he's got his sword pulled up. He's barking at everybody. Everybody stop! Kyle just kind of like stretches, kind of starts to relax, and then like from underneath his coat does one of these and just pop. And then there's like kind of an awkward silence as Sebastian does not have a head. Like it is just really severed his neck from his body, whatever magical thing he's done.
It's got that the first Indiana Jones, you know, that really big dude.
Yeah.
And then he just bam, and then dude just walks away.
Yeah, Sebastian is dead. I have to honor that. Sebastian is full dead.
Good.
Savage is on the ground. He's going to try and make the save against the charm effect.
Maybe can that be an advantage, because I feel like Sebastian's head getting blown off would probably spook Warren, and maybe just it's only logic and fair. That's all I'm saying.
So Savage, even without advantage, and I wasn't going to give that to you, that to be a meanie, but he did get 17, which with his bonuses would give him a pass. So he does at the end of his turn. He doesn't get to move, but he stands up. He sets up on his knees and kind of looks around and sees. He sees. Okay, so he has a very strange emotional reaction to seeing the head lopped off. So he sees like that this guy was about to chop off his head, that his head got like severed by a bullet or like completely obliterated by a bullet like a melon. And then he kind of like looks for the source of it and sees Kyle and is like, just kind of regards you a little more warmly. That's his turn. Now it is going to go back to Kubo.
I want to try to kill Warren. We're not.
Okay. You may try.
It's fine. Okay, let's see. So I am channeling divinity. Let's just get that. Make sure that's happening. Yes. So I get +2 to my attack. So I make sure I do that this time. So that's a 21 to hit, and a 17 to hit.
The 21 will hit.
Oh, I can use a smite again. Let's do 2. Please don't die. Okay. How about 17 damage?
That will for sure do stuff to him. Let me see. I got to total stuff up here. It was 17 damage?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
Kyle, yes. Go team. Oh my gosh. If we could really just knock this out. Wow.
Right.
You get a nasty sword into Vavin, and he just is staring daggers at you as you like cut into him. Now it is all these baddies' turn again. Warren basically times his stuff to do this before his team. He just kind of stands up after like disengaging from you and kind of puts his hands up and directs himself toward the sky and just yells, "Enough! Sit!" and just kind of yells that out. I need everybody to make a wisdom saving throw. If you are Leopold, you'll need to make this with disadvantage. Everyone else can make this with advantage.
I got a 25.
Is this a type of charm? Because I have advantage against that.
Savage will, yeah. Well, so you don't have divine blood, so will have to make this a disadvantage. But Savage does pass.
Okay.
You got a 19 naturally. Kyle, you get to make the save because of some backstory stuff without disadvantage.
I got a 10.
You got a 10. Okay.
No.
So Kyle and Leo, you guys are forced to sit down where you're sitting, and you guys won't be able to take actions until you break this save next turn, or when you break it. It's a minute duration.
Oh wait, my creatures.
Can I look at Warren and can I just be like,
is it a charm based thing though?
It's a wisdom save, so it's a command spell.
Natural 20.
That's for your creatures?
Yeah.
They are so hopped up on cocaine, they don't even register they've been smoked.
They didn't take any. I gave them haste naturally.
I mean,
Oh, which they probably lose now because I've sat down. Right?
I don't think, will that disrupt concentration spell? I think it does, yeah.
Because I'm forced to sit down. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they don't have haste anymore. But
Wait, what? No. Sitting down doesn't cancel concentration.
even though I'm forced, like out of like not expecting it.
I don't think so, yeah. That's what I was thinking.
Oh.
Not in 5e.
Oh, I'll take it.
can Kubo shout a bunch of cuss words at Warren and Celestial, calling
For
him
sure.
rude names and telling him that he wishes he would die.
You breed with the mouth
that-
of a goose.
People like him are the reason why the Infernals and the Divine have grown tired of this mortal plane and have given up all hope on us.
Warren is educated enough to know what you're saying, and is just kind of baffled.
Yeah, well.
Okay, so they pull out kind of billy club situations here.
Oh geez.
And there are still 3 people up besides Warren that didn't use their attack, so they're all going to go after Kubo here.
Come on, all right. You're trying to kill me. Oh, it's fine.
I'm not trying to kill you.
You're trying to kill me. It's fine. It's okay.
To be fair, you are the one that most directly places themselves in danger.
I don't know what you're talking about, Kyle.
So that
We're
is
just in the back.
18, 19, and 10 to hit.
So 2 of those hit.
Okay.
I'm gonna die again. It's okay. I've had fun. If I die, I'm gonna tell Warren Celestial again that let's see. What's the quote? At least I know that my gods will be proud of me. I don't think that he can say the same. I'm gonna go say hi to my
That's
brother.
11 damage to you.
Oh, I'm still alive. Okay.
As they just kind of bop, bop, bop.
Hold it. Yorvik of Rorikstead? What is that?
Let me have fun, Kyle. Kyle, it's my turn,
Heroic stand.
and he has a complex. No, I'm just kidding.
As you say that, you hear Kyle snickering across like the way, pointing sort of, you shut up, let me have this.
I would actually, Kubo be like, I've had a shit day and my family's alive. Now shut the goddamn fuck up.
Oh, your family's alive and you're complaining. Heard to dare. Look at you.
As you're
Celestial,
sitting down. Oh, your family. Huh?
Look at you. You get an alive family and you're complaining.
Drama's not a comparison on a contest, Kyle, you toxic motherfucker.
Yes, Tim.
I'm just here not relating.
Whose turn is it now? Because I want to attack.
I'm rolling to hit. Okay, so that is a 24 to hit one of the gremlins.
24 to hit, yes.
So that will be 10, 13 damage on the damaged gremlin.
Oh no.
No,
And with that,
don't kill
you
them.
see poof, and then poof, and then poof as all 3 disappear.
Ooh. So the
Oh, they're
gremlins are
dead.
gone. Okay.
They had 12 HP left.
Now let me see. There's still technically
Uh,
2 more or 3 more in the back. I'm going to say that
Natural
the people
20 for
behind
nothing.
use their actions to come up and surround Kubo, and they are just preparing their actions. Now it
course,
is
all of them.
Leopold's turn. Unfortunately, Leopold, you have sat down. At the end of your turn, you get the opportunity to do a save against the charm effect. I'm not going to make you roll with disadvantage on this one, but you can just roll flat to try and beat the save here.
I mean, I could still cast. I'm just sitting, right?
No, it's you're forced to do nothing but sit until the end of the
Oh.
spell. It's like a command
Oh,
spell.
then yes.
You got to break.
No, yes. I would love to get my legs up and going. What do you say it was? Wisdom again?
Wisdom. Yep.
Okay. 19.
You just break naturally. Yep. You managed to break it out free of it, but it is the end of your turn, so you're no longer in the effect of the spell. But you do not get your turn this round. Back up, Sebastian's headless corpse oozes blood onto the pavement. Moving on, that's Kyle. Same situation. You do make a save at the end of your turn.
Just use your legs.
What
So
kind of
that
save?
What?
Wisdom.
What kind of save?
Wisdom.
Okay, I'm gonna give you guys Darth Maul luck. Here you go.
sprinkle some dark.
Yeah, it's some power of the Sith for you.
So what's your charisma stat again?
Who are you talking to?
Modifier? You?
Me?
Yes.
I'm +2.
+2.
I don't know if I'm close enough to you. I hope I am. Don't get me wrong, but no one else has gotten it.
That didn't actually. But probably not relevant.
Okay.
You guys can't see. My dog wants to.
Yeah, no, bad was save.
So you're still forced to sit. Now we are back to Kubo, who has been engaged with Warren a bunch. But before that happens, guys, I'm making a big threat. Real life Maddie is going to be extremely mad at me for this.
I'm so mad at you, dog.
Savage goes to engage with Warren and instead does a quick turn and launches 4 attacks at Kubo.
4?
So I'm gonna die. Don't worry about it. I only have 3 hit points right now. But can I do?
I mean, do I have any kind of response to my?
I'm channeling divinity right now, so I just want to say that as he's killing me, Kubo's final words are like, "Yeah, good job, shit face. Now Dad knows what you've done." I'm gonna spit blood at him, and then I'm gonna tell Warren that maybe if he actually got some action every now and then, he'd be a bit nicer person.
Okay, so only the 24 hits.
Oh, well, that doesn't matter. I'm still down. But thank you.
And he does 7 damage as he gets you with one of his hooks.
Yes, I'm dead. And that happens as I die. I do tell him in Celestial, nice going shit face, I'm channeling divinity, so Dad knows everything you did. Spit blood, and then I tell Warren that maybe if he got some action, he wouldn't be such a piece of shit, and then I guess I die.
So for a split second, you and Savage are just sparring like you did at home. Just block, swords, and then one of them just connects right juicy into your rib cage, and you can just feel your ribs go as his brass knuckles connect with your ribs, and then you black out again. After spitting at him, Savage looks hard. Savage has a very firm set brow, very much trying to keep it cool, but you can tell this is a complicated thing for him. Once Kubo goes down, the next turn is Warren and all of his buddies. They start piling into the 2 remaining cars that are not damaged. They pick up Sebastian's ruined body, and they use all their movement to get into the car nearest to them. The only person that's up is Leopold, and you have 1 turn before they peel off, where you're still sitting on the ground, but you can do actions, you can do things, everything you want here.
I'm still up.
Oh, bye.
You are, but you are forced to sit still. You didn't pass the save.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm still prone. I can still do stuff.
You can.
There are things that are not. Yeah.
As long as you're still sitting.
Yep.
Okay. So, Leo, you get a turn here as they're trying to escape.
But they left Kubo then.
Yes, they left Kubo.
Okay. How badly does Kubo look from my
Kubo
point
looks
of view?
about standard end of the encounter bad. Very bad.
I'm dead.
You've seen
Okay.
him this way 2 times before now. He tends to look this way at the end of the combat.
Well, I lost my demon, so I'm a walking stick. So I'm gonna run over to Kubo with my my 30 feet movement. I don't know if that's enough.
I think it will be. We'll flood. This is kind of post-combat time, so things are going slower.
Oh, perfect. Okay, so then I cast Cure Wounds in second level.
Okay.
Wait, can I do third level? How many slots I have left? Oh, I give you my last slot,
Last
and
one.
I cast it on third level,
Thank you.
which is how many dice? That is 3d8. Okay. Rolly roll. 3d8 plus 2. That's 15 hit points.
Thank you.
You sit up right as you see Sebastian or Savage kind of finishing up, getting into the last car, and you see Savage hanging off the side, gripping onto it, and just kind of looks at you as you sit up. Now, Kyle, you get one more turn before Savage is able to basically just drive off.
Just middle finger.
Yeah, Kubo's just if that helps.
Cowards!
Uh,
Use your non-gun.
yeah, I mean, first choice is, yeah, I gotta try and destroy the engine of their escape vehicle. So
Wow, this is getting very slugfest.
I was thinking about it, but I was worried about Kubo.
Yeah.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
I was like, ooh, I don't want to risk failed death saves.
Thank you. Look, it's for good luck, Kyle.
Wait, maybe I can. Do your thing, Kyle. Destroy them, Kyle. Pull out that tank machine gun you have behind you.
Yeah. Pull out the antimatter rifle. You have hidden.
Right? It's like super small, size of a ring.
So tell me what you're trying to do here.
Distracted in the middle of it.
Hold your tears.
Shut up.
I was right. Okay, I didn't realize I was being betrayed, but holy shit, I was right. God damn it. I hate this fucking feeling. No, just kidding.
Flips table.
So what are you trying to do here, Kyle? I see you got a 9 to hit. Whatever you're trying to do here.
It's okay if it doesn't work.
Whatever I went after,
It's okay. You've been really cool this whole session.
Let it out.
Yep.
You can let it out. Here, you can come. You'll get an embrace from Kubo. Believe it or not, he's trying to turn over.
I have my demons hug you. All three.
Hey,
All three.
this is definitely a belly of the beast moment, and you guys killed the guy they were trying to extract, as well as like 4 other people in their force, and they're just driving away. So I don't want you guys to feel like this is a total loss here.
Can I just keep unless Kyle's I'm just gonna start keep yelling slurs in Celestial. Hopefully this is that Savage can hear about how I wish that Farrell was still alive instead of him, and I hope that he suffers, and I hope he has an STD, and I should have told Mom about how he was not using for
I guess, yeah, I'll lean into that and just keep firing off shots. And
there's angry tears. Let's get edgy. Yeah, Kubo has like angry tears down his face, and he's just like.
2 cars drive off and leave you guys on the road. As the car finally gets distant enough, Kyle, you feel the sit effect go away, and you're able to stand up.
How fast are the cars going?
They're about 40, 50 miles per hour.
So what's the distance from them to us right now? Like since this whole turn just passed.
Round, we'll say that they're about, 120, 160 feet away.
So
We'll say it's
like
about 160 feet away.
160.
Yeah.
Damn.
Kubo's
If
like,
only.
Guys.
I had fireball, but it's 150.
oh no! Oh,
So cool.
You launch a fireball, and then you see it
was
like ignite on the road,
150.
and you see the car still driving on past it, just barely singed by the
Kubo's
fire.
fist. It's like the Arthur meme. Kubo's fist at his side.
Oh, that's my fist right now, just for tears.
Kubo looks at you guys and he's got like tears and he's like, just thanks for your help, guys, but I really need to go home and I need to tell my dad that my brother killed me.
The butler,
And which car we're using?
The butler that was forced to stop forever ago finally pulls up, and he goes, this looks bad. This looks real bad.
You're alive! And Kubo's gonna run up and just give him a hug.
Thanks. You got coke still. You might want to brush that off.
Savage betrayed us. He killed me.
Oh, honey. Oh, buddy. Oh, jeez.
I need some more if you have some.
Because I think I'm going to cut you off, bud. I'm sorry.
No,
but
really, it's fine. I'm fine.
It's not. It's super not. We'll get you some alcohol back at the house, okay? They start inspecting the bodies, making sure everything goes out. I'm going to say that they left, that they managed to get his head back. And so basically, you have managed to, unless they do some truly spectacular magical stuff on Sebastian to bring him back, he is full dead. And I'm going to say, like, you can do an Arcana check to check on this, but the chances of them successfully bringing him back in any meaningful way is like under 3%. Like, it's like,
Oh my god.
extremely unlikely that they managed to revive him in any way, shape, or form. But
It's just his fingernail.
but yeah, Savage has exposed himself to be a betrayer. And you find out after the fact that basically the butler that was killed in this hijacking, the plan was that he wasn't going to be able to get a distress signal at all. And so they were just going to be able to sneak him off, and you wouldn't find out that the body, or that they were stealing Sebastian for a long time. But basically, there's no way they could have did any divination on him. They, did all their due diligence. There was a worm. There was a worm within the organization that told them where the car was going. As you guys kind of clean up this crime scene a little bit, some other cars from the household, the Cadros household, come and clean stuff up. Ariana shows up here and just kind of tries to get a bead on what's happening here. She sees that you are distraught beyond belief.
Yeah.
There's a very hard moment there. Is there anything you guys want to do here at the scene before you guys reconvene at the Cadros household?
I'm not helping. I'm not helping the mess. The earth tremors, it takes a minute to clean a 5 foot square feet. No. No. And it happened over 30 feet. No,
it was a
I'm
road
not
slide.
helping.
It was a road slide. Look, we can.
And all the cars crashing.
You are pretty.
That was incredible, though. For real, that was incredible, Leo.
I try so hard.
I was just sobbing into Ariana, just crying.
Oh,
Writes my books.
Tell her that Savage killed him. Betrayed everyone. You need to tell Dad right now.
She looks very hurt and a little confused, but not as shocked as you'd like. I'd say that is like right off the bat. She looks just harder than you'd like her to be. You'd wish her to be more upset here. Basically,
that little sus, Mom. You're being a little sus.
What? Is that a children's lingo? I don't. So
why is it a surprise to you that Savage was a betrayer?
We'll talk about that. Okay. You guys finally managed to get back to the house, assuming that you guys don't do anything else at the scene. Is there anything you want to do? I feel like Kyle is taking this weirdly hard, which is very interesting. Like, Kyle is very like, I could have done more. Like,
there's a lot of dying going on, and he tries to
That's point fingers.
Oh, Leo, I owe you my life. In the car ride on the way back home, Kubo tells you that, actually. He's like, Leo, I owe you my life.
Great, well, I finally get a decent meal.
Have you not been getting a decent meal?
No. And your dad's been giving me looks too. We can talk about your father too, because your father been giving me some looks.
Don't even get me started. And he just starts crying.
Don't even get me started. Just like ugly crying.
I wish I could go to hell, and then I start crying again. I'm sure that makes some people want their feelings, but it's fine.
I'm done.
Like, instead of being like, I wish I could live with Dad, it's like, I wish I could go to hell.
Okay.
Is
You
there
guys
alcohol in
managed
the
to get.
vehicle?
I'm so sorry, guys. You guys are so sweet for taking this in stride, and I just get you guys through a really mean encounter that was very much designed against you. So you guys are very sweet to be taking this in
Remember when you were
stride.
like, yeah, there's no special treatment. There really is. It's fine. And that's okay. I just want to be funny there. If it wasn't funny, I'm sorry. But
No,
And my character wasn't sober.
I love that Leopold probably had never drank that much or done coke. Does both on the same day.
Oh, definitely never done coke. Definitely never done it.
our team is literally legendary. And Kyle did do that sober-minded, so good for you.
For sure. You guys get back to the house. You explain everything. Deza is absolutely crushed. She is absolutely furious to hear that Savage has done this. Again, your dad looks upset. Not as surprised as you'd like. Yeah, you guys kind of all convene here. I'm going to say that there is some chatter on the radio as you're driving home, and you guys can see like more riots. It looks like kind of the anti-divine sentiment has increased or changed, or something has changed out in the city that is causing some uproars over the day that you guys have been handling this like crisis. And as you guys get back to the household, you guys have a couple options here. You could listen to kind of the radio broadcast. You could kind of confront Ariana and Peregrine about Savage, whatever is going on there. Or you guys, I mean, there's a lot of options. I'm assuming that you guys report that you've almost like 100% killed Sebastian. I'm just gonna honestly, I've dropped the mirror. Sebastian is dead. I keep saying it's like very hard for him to bring him back. He is dead. He is not coming back.
Yes. People can keep doing stuff, but Kubo, like, he's cried a lot, and I'd say that now that he's gotten that out of his system, he's absolutely fucking pissed. Like, he's probably still super bloody, like bullet holes through his clothes. He's going to go stand in the blood pool and just kind of like wait. Take
Have
him
a little
serious.
temper tantrum in the blood pool.
Well, maybe not temper tantrum, but like he did die twice, and it's more important that the second time was from his brother. So like, I want to talk about it. Like a.
Okay, I will come back to that. Until further notice, you are sitting in the blood pool, very upset.
Hopefully, it's healing me. Actually.
We'll say it is. We'll say it is.
Yes.
Anything else you guys are doing?
I will continue my la research, but more on angelic beings and seeing any relative to conjuration and them, and then maybe also get some word around and asking questions about my friend from college who bashed me in the back of my head that I never decided to hunt down for. Whose
So
name
his name
deceives
was
me.
Joran Hartful.
Jordan, yes.
So roll me 2 investigation checks. One for the Heaven research and the second for your buddy Joran.
Oh, for the heavy research thing, that was just like for flavor, just for like my like summon.
Okay, would you prefer for Joran then?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, like that was
Okay,
like
then
my
just roll
main
1 for
thing.
Joran.
Okay. Got you. Investigation. Witchy holes. Um. Oh, that's not a lot. A 12.
Okay, so there's not any news about Jordan in like the news, but he's kind of a maverick type in the sense that he's just like a kid, he's just like a teenager that works at the school slash like attends the school, but he's just like freakishly well connected. So like now that you actually have like a relationship with the circle, you could just like meet up with him and force him to fess up slash talk to him because like he's connected to the circle, like he has a working relationship with them. So if you wanted to just be like, "What the hell, dude?" like and like confront him about it, you could. You have those connections, but it doesn't look like he's been doing anything actively ever since the fire at the university happened.
Is Ariana like still at the house, or
Yes,
does she like
Ariana's still at the
go?
house.
Okay, so I'm gonna go to her, and I'm gonna gesture over to like quietly to the side, away from others. So, do you have like any like secret quiet places, like a dungeon or like a basement kind of thing going on here? Just for like my curiosity's sake, and
Yeah, we
better
have
get the layout.
the chambers where we kept Sebastian before, of course. Why do you ask?
Perfect. I'm gonna borrow that maybe in like 2 days. I'm just gonna just letting you know right now. Okay, thank you. Sounds great. I'm continue. I'm going straight out the out the door and leaving.
She's looking out the window as you say that. She's just kind of dismissively like, "Yes, of course, you can use the basement." And she's looking out at Kubo, who's shirtless and just fuming in the mud pool, the blood pool. Kyle, what's your instinct to do here?
Hide. Um.
I got the power.
I'll be. So much of this is becoming there's just gonna be too much attention focused on it. He'd be trying to retreat away from that right now.
You think like the family in general, like you think that like the circle itself, you'd be like, it's getting too hot here.
Yeah. That's fine. He's just worried about the exposure right now.
Interesting. No, I like it. I'm sorry. Are you in a lot of pain right now, or?
I didn't want to be too fuzzy, so I didn't take my pain medications earlier today, and it's yes, I can notice it, but please don't.
Okay, sorry. I won't call it out. I just want to make sure that.
Yeah, no, yeah.
If you want to take medications, it's totally fine. Yeah, I mean, I won't talk about it any further. I just want to make sure you're okay. Okay. So we're getting near the end of this as well, so we will take it, just kind of keep steaming through to the end here. What you find out near the end of the day, none of you guys listen to the radio stuff, but you guys kind of hear the report afterward, is that the large amount of hubbub in the city is basically that through some political maneuvering, they have managed to pass, at least in the first stage, legislation that would cause divine beings to not be full citizens in Ayala. Basically, it's kind of like a full-on like discriminatory bill that would basically make any creature or intelligent being not a full citizen of Ayala. And the reason why everyone was so upset is basically it was like snuck through the channels of the legal process. And so like it hasn't passed yet, but unless something very serious changes within the next like month, basically, by the end of this month, divine beings will no longer be legally allowed to be in the nation of Yala. And so
How
this
are
is
they going
kind
to
of
get rid of all those people?
I mean, you're asking the same questions that are going on in the debates. Like, what are they just going to all send them to Torellen? What are they just going to?
Are they going to kill us?
I mean,
Dang.
from what it sounds like, is like they wouldn't like. It's not a full act of barbarism. Like they wouldn't just be able to outright murder you, but you wouldn't have the same rights. Like you wouldn't be able to own property. You would be
This is
like
getting a little.
it's very, and that's why there's so much unrest. Like there are protests, there's huge amounts of angry people, and now this is me just taking some liberties as the DM, but in this kind of world / this kind of archaic, legal system that was made several hundred years ago and hasn't quite adapted yet, a lot of these laws are very bizarre. And so like how they kind of basically managed to do it was like they got the vote to pass through just barely. And then there's like one person that if they don't vote yay or nay, then it just passes. But this one person is the Senator Peterson, which everyone knows is very much opposed to divine people. And basically by just abstaining from voting, he will cause this through like, it's a lot of statecraft nonsense, but basically by him not abstaining, by him abstaining or waiting until the last second to vote, he can guarantee the bill will pass at the end of the month. But basically he has to show up to vote and be alive to vote by the end of the month. And there are lots of people that are calling for his assassination. Like it's a huge deal. Like this is like going into history books as a wild, like historical event that's happened because of these things. But that's all. It's kind of unclear how all that will work out. But he is 100% in hiding. That is like assumed by everyone. Like you can even hear like the people on the radio be like, yeah, this guy, you're not going to find him. They're doing everything in their power to keep him hidden. He's going to be as far away from society as possible. Like basically he's just going into hiding to avoid getting assassinated before this vote. But yeah, that's kind of the news that happened while this huge chase was going on. And you guys all get information. You're all well rested. I think the only thing left to do is kind of to confront people. Yeah, Kubo.
Oh, can Kubo have his moment with his dad now, or is that
for sure?
Cool.
Peregrine has not come out to the blood pool, period. You have seen him come to the door like 3 times and then gonna shake his head and walk back inside.
I'm just gonna wait. I know that eventually he has to because of his like fallen nature. Like he's listen,
it is fully nighttime, like 10 p.m. He comes out just like head in his hand, and then just kind of like with a towel on, like dips his feet into the pool on the far end of the pool away from you, keeps his eyes down, and just looks incredibly awkward.
So when did you know that Savage, well, let's just call him his name, Alexander, was the worm?
He kind of looks up. He actually like goes to cast like some divinatory stuff to make sure that they aren't getting scryed on and stuff. He's like, since I told him to.
Okay. If Kubo, there was like a fruit or something in his hand in the gardens, it's just crushed, and he's like, so you told him to kill me?
No, I just told him to make it convincing. And I guess he just made it convincing. You're not dead. You're not dead. He's not dead. Nobody's dead.
I could have died.
and he could have died. I don't we're not in contact right now. And so
if you want Deza and me to be able to be a part of this and to help, not just like the circle, but this family, you have to start giving us something. I haven't told her anything yet. I'm grateful I finally earned some trust, but honestly, Dad, what the fuck?
I'm sorry. Look, you're right. He's so stoic, but he does have a flair for the theatrics, and he didn't think it would pass if he didn't do it without telling you, if he didn't betray you, without you knowing. And so I wanted to tell you, I promise. You can roll an insight on that. I wanted to tell you, I wanted to keep you and Deza involved, and Kyle. I feel horrible I didn't tell him about it, but like, these guys are mind readers. What'd you get?
17.
He did not actively think to tell you. He was too busy planning to think to tell you, but he didn't avoid telling you out of not thinking you could handle it. He avoided telling you out of obeying kind of Savage's weird, acting impulses here.
I die and I become a feral, but it's fine. Everything's wonderful because Alexander gets to go undercover and everything's wonderful.
Who said that? Yeah, I didn't say anything about you dying. The plan was never for you to die, okay?
But I did.
But you didn't. You're here.
Listen, I understand that like you're an angel and that like we don't really matter, but we do matter. Don't get it twisted. I understand. I get it.
You matter.
I don't, and it's okay.
No, he crosses across the blood pool. It's like, you do matter. He tries to like give you a hug.
If I see him again, I'm going to beat the shit out of him.
As you should. As you should. It'll be all the more convincing. Peregrine kind of like leans back and sits next to the pool after that, and he goes, Kyle's had it. I can tell. He hates not being in the loop. He's mad. He's mad as hell.
Well, he's just yeah. I think I own the right to be a bit pissed, but I'm just telling you. Like, if anything, I'm kind of more worried about Deza, and I understand that maybe she shouldn't. I don't know what Mom's gonna do or have her do if we all have to leave the fucking country. I mean, I don't know, Dad. I don't know, but you gotta give us. You have to trust us. I'm not saying you don't, because you're showing more, but like.
No, I get it. Look, I can get
I want to believe what you're telling me, but I also, a part of me is like, what if Savage still actually really did betray us? Maybe I should kill him the next time I see him. I don't know.
I think he deserved it, frankly, but kill him in the way that he killed you, where like not really, but kind of. Look, I want to trust you with a big mission here. And this goes beyond the family. This kind of is like, I'm not a patriot by any stretch of the imagination, but a lot of people will view what I want you to do as a patriotic act. He kind of gestures up, and you can see that kind of like in an upward balcony, Deza and Ariana are talking, and it looks like he's communicating. Like, she's telling him about what happened with Savage and why he betrayed and everything.
So what do you want me to do?
Senator Peterson?
Mm-hmm.
Find him. Kill him.
Okay. Will you help me out? Real quick before this is over, I want to be stronger. I get it. But if I'm gonna be able to take people on, the only reason I got through this was because of like Kyle and Leo, and I really appreciate them. But I also feel really shitty that I keep putting myself in these situations where like I die and I leave them hanging. I don't want to leave them without support, especially if they can't trust us. I want them to be able to trust me.
Wow. Just out of curiosity, Kyle, what are you doing right now?
Ear to the door. No, just kidding. Maybe.
With realistically, based on what was being said, I mean, I was screwing with my designs, but I mean, if we're jumping on what I thought was more entertaining, I'd he'd be looking for some degree of a fight, I guess.
You'd be looking for somebody to like fist fight? You'd be going to like casinos and stuff, or would you be like fighting with butlers or something? Like,
no. Much more refined. I mean, he's end of the day. I mean, he's not built for like scrapping with the lowest rungs of society. He'd be heading
I think I get what you're referring to. It's like you're kind of going to casinos and like getting into battles of wits / like that kind of a thing. Is that fair? Or
right? Yeah.
okay. So you go out to blow off some steam. You get a couple dumb guys to pay their tuition all over again as you school them in cards like you normally would.
Yeah.
I think roll me just like one check. You want it to be on the higher side, and just to kind of see how you're doing with cards.
Sleight of hand?
We'll do sleight of hand. That's totally fine. Yeah, I think you are very much operating just on your own raw natural talent, and you're very easily schooling most of the people at the table. Every once in a while, someone will get a lucky hand over you, and that's just good for you because it's more distracting. Because you don't like thinking about, Savage and kind of this mess. But I think as you're kind of doing this, here's what I think is going to happen here. So I think Peregrine is going to say basically like, you're right. I think you need more power. I think your friends need more power, and I'm going to give them what's at my disposal to make them more powerful to handle this. This is a full field mission. You will not have the same support as we usually give you, because we can't give you the same support. You may have to travel out of the country. You may have to travel. We have no idea where Peterson is. And so this is you. We're going to give you everything at our disposal to make you powerful and to do what you need to do, as well as your crew, which, unless Kyle and Leopold are done, includes Kyle and Leopold. I mean, Deza, I think, is rearing to go, but I think that's on you to decide if she's ready or not. I know Ariana will say she is.
If I can, if she's coming, I get to tell her everything, even about Pharaoh.
Yes, fair deal.
Second of all, well, whenever we're done with this, I agree with this. I don't want to piss you off, but also I don't really care. Not in a mean way. I'm still in a bad mood. Listen, I died twice. I want to know, do you have any connections in heaven? And would they be willing to help with this sort of a thing? Surely, like what's going on here, it's not coolio for hell or heaven.
I have one connection in heaven that I can reliably talk to. And that's exclusively because she's agreed not to rat me out that I've been following for as long as I have been.
I want to meet her.
Okay. I'll pull some strings. I'll get her here. But no one else. I understand if Evan hears too much about where I'm at, it's bad news.
His hand's like dripping with the weird blood. He goes to shake his hand. He's like, I will be quiet about this.
He looks at you and he's like mad because I think he's like, handshakes means so much more for angelic beings. And he's like, he reaches down and shakes your hand.
Okay, when he's
and you're-
done, Kubo's gonna hug him again, and that can be the end. Kubo actually does love his dad. It's sad. It's fine.
Okay, so you shake his hand. You know that you're going to get your contract here. Leopold, you're studying up. You know that you can get into contact with Joran again. Um, yeah, I think there's a lot of weird hurt feelings here, and there's a lot of like you guys have your home base, but without anybody telling you, a central element of that home base has betrayed you as part of a strategy. I imagine that I'm actually going to end with this last little bit here, just because I think that Kyle needs this, honestly. And dramatically speaking, I think this would happen right when he wants it to. Kyle, you've cleaned up at the casino. You've just totally rocked this casino. Like, you've done well like you normally do. You're incredibly capable, competent, maybe like a little bit of cheating, but nothing that would be so far that you get kicked out. Just kind of like clever maneuvering, I love that dog. Oh my gosh. So after you have kind of cleaned up, you're like one of the last like 3 people at the table. You get a pile of chips pushed to you by the dealer, and he kind of looks up knowingly at you, and you see that kind of in the chips and bills and kind of wrapped up, like not deeds, but like parchments and stuff with like IOUs, all that kind of stuff on it. There is that keynote ribbon that you recognize from Adlaria. And you know that next session we will start with an arranged conversation, should Kyle want to talk with her, with Adlaria in the casino.
Oh wait, before we I wanna to write a letter to Jurian.
Okay, let me let Kyle finish up, and then we'll come back to you. What were you going to say there, Kyle?
Didn't really have a whole lot else. Just yay! He's super excited for his interactions with that Larry.
Okay. Oh no, bro.
Yeah.
What was that last message you want to send off to Joran?
I'm gonna have it anonymous and say, well, not. I'm gonna say we need him to investigate someone we have trapped in the dungeon below, and he's been specially requested to speak with them.
Oh my gosh!
And I'm gonna prep a whole thing. It's supposed to meet me tomorrow night, and I'm gonna prep a whole thing, and and I'm getting my revenge, and we'll end it there.
Leo, if you want Kubo's aid, like he's at your disposal.
Oh, I got 3 little aids. I'm good.
I'm fine.
So as you guys are preparing for this, you guys feel free to go up to level 7 after that combat and everything.
Oh my god, even better.
It will take longer for you to get to level 8. Basically, we're going to go up 1 level earlier than we would have normally. So it'll be 6 sessions before you get to level 8 instead of the 4 after 2, because you're supposed to go up to level 7 in 2 sessions. So basically, what?
Don't let me see behind the curtain. Come on, man.
Okay, that's fair. Some people like to not. Fair.
Magic.
Magic. Ooh.
My immersion.
You're right. I'm so sorry. I will keep my side of the curtain hidden.
Oh my god, this is so huge.
But yeah, we will end the recording here.